Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job, Josh.
Give me a hand one more time. Learn of all the action can be found on demand at raceontexas.com for your viewing pleasure on Monday morning. But tonight at the racetrack, we're on demand at Boothill Speedway, underway with the Cockhamster Dirt Series late models in the house. Should be a good one tonight at the oldest dirt oval in the state of Louisiana since 1973 and the home of the Louisiana State Championship. We roll off into one for the first time tonight, the F5 of Skeet Amison. 3 wide momentarily there. Oh boy. 22 got a little cattywampus off the exit as he rolls into turn number 3. Here comes Bo Perry for the race lead off of turn number 4. Down the boulevard, back into turn number 1. It's going to be the F5 of Amison. Holding off the charge right now from the 12 of Perry. Here comes Bo Perry to the inside for the top spot. Can't quite get the job done that time. The F5 will sidestep him and throw him into his hip pocket as they'll roll back into 3. Amison, age ain't nothing but a number, baby. Off of 4. Here comes Bo Perry to the inside. Bo Perry rolling like a big dog tonight into 1. Washed up with the front end a little bit that time, pushed it. No harm, no foul. The F5 will skate away with the race lead by a couple of car lengths as they roll into turns 3 and 4. Down the boulevard into 1 they go. It's all Skeet Amison right now to this juncture. He pushed that time in the middle of the corner. As down the back straightaway, Bo Perry continues to punch the time clock and go to work. Can he find the lane? Here he comes again for the race lead off of turn number 4. Can't get the job done. Bo going to test the outside waters of the racetrack now, try to dime it off the exit of the corner. Here he comes, folks. Down the back straightaway, Dandy opening up the night for the heat race action here at the Boothill Speedway. If you want to race, the hill is most definitely the place. Off of 4. Here comes Bo. Bo knows. Into 1. Over the top 2 cars. Busier than a 1 cat in a square foot litter box. Rolling into turn number 3, the F5 of Amison. Holding off the 12 of Perry now. As Graham trying to throw his hat in the ring. 6 in, 2 laps to go. 6 score, 2 laps to go, and Bo Perry all over the rear decklet in the 1. Perry gets another good run that time as they head off of turn number 2. Setting sights down the back straightaway to 3. It's going to be Bo Perry trying to dime it off the corner. Amison keeps him at bay. The white flag coming out this time by. Final trip into 1. Down the back straightaway for the final time. The approach turn number 3. Checkers coming out. Suns are out. Or Suns going down. Checkers are out. To the line. Drag racing to it. Skeet Amison shows in the age ain't nothing but a number. He scores it. First, second, and third. It'll be this year's running of the 5th annual.
You want 2 waters? 2 waters?
So we're back underway with factory stock heat race number 2 as they roll off of 4. Down the front stretch into 1 on the start. Making my way back up to the booth. Just got one of your shirts. Just got a shirt from your dad.
give it to somebody.
So underway and hustling off of 2 down the back stretch here on your first couple of laps of factory stock heat race number 2 presented by J&J Motorsports and Rollo's Lubinato. Speaking of J&J Motorsports, Jody Prince gave a little shot in the shorts there to the Club 20 of Kemp as they wage war right now. 007 running away out front, minding his own business at this juncture of the race with 3 laps scored. Throw your grandma's quilt over the 2nd through 5th place battle right now. It's a good one. Oh, look out, Murray. Joshua Funderburk in the Murray Motorsports number 7, going 3 wide for 2nd. Oh, boy, trying to hold on to it, and Jody Prince just went in there. I don't know if he lifted, but he rolls into 3. 8 tires is better than 4, they say. Jody Prince rolling the hub and rolling it well right now. He'll look to push the 55 back to 3rd, and he will do so. Jody Prince on the march to the front, moving quick, fastly, and in a hurry. But no one quicker than 007 at this juncture of the race. Dustin Yount is set on kill tonight. Just acquired this Outlaw chassis factory stock, the one that Whitehead has won several times with this 2019 season. Out of 76 cars that checked into battle at Gene Borders Arclitect Speedway for Justin Whitehead's factory stock 50, which of course was won by Brandon Brown. Yount takes the green and gets us back under fire off of turn number 4, and we're back underway. Hustling off into 1. Jody Prince going to throw his hat in the ring and put some pressure on 007 for the race lead. Jody Prince, lost the front end there momentarily as they roll into turns number 3 and 4. The 10P of Jody Prince going to work the bottom side of the racetrack. Down the front stretch, they come into 1. Checkers are out. Your winner goes to the 007 of Yount. I didn't know.
Hey, can I see a roster so I can know who is who?
I know for sure the 101. The 101 is and around goes the. The 81 of Warner. Cook Embroidery 19 was dismissed from this one and got the black flag. So a re-racked and stack start. A little sloppy there on the start, but nonetheless we're underway into 1. Here comes Sean Graham down the back straightaway for 2nd. Graham from the tail already working to the inside of the 2nd spot as around goes Atwood in turn number 3.
Standing on it.
Josh Daughtery out front marching to the beat of his own drum right now on the 34 Junior. That Ford has been barking all season long. No matter which racetrack he checks into. When the United States Modified Touring Series was in town back in April at Arclitex, he picked up one of the $1,000 support events that night as one of the biggest wins of his racing career. Sean Graham is closing though, quick, fastly, and in a hurry. I don't believe there's much doubt right now on the racetrack. Graham passes the eyeball test and says that he's the quickest car on the racetrack. Don't necessarily have the times to show you that, but it's pretty obvious as here comes Triple X for the race lead. Graham trying to reel in the 34 Junior of Daughtery for the top spot. It'll be 4 laps to go this time by this 8-lap affair as they head down the boulevard back into turn number 1. Sean Graham has only raced at Boothill 3 times here in 2019. But he has 3 wins down at Showtime Speedway in Manny, Louisiana on Friday nights. So down the front stretch with 3 laps to go. Lap traffic. Will Graham use it as a pick to his advantage? Here he comes putting pressure on 34 Junior for the race lead. Daughtery uses that outside line, continues to skate away with the top shelf momentum. Here comes Graham to the inside. Side by side, and lap car right in front of Graham, and a nice evasive move by the Triple X to not clobber the lap car. But that just about opened it up for the 34 to stretch it out on him by a couple of car lengths here. 1.5 to go in the meet the midpoint, but the caution flag comes out on the racetrack. Jr. go to Victor Lane. He was a happy camper, obviously, but held off Justin Whitehead to get the win in one of the more exciting races we've seen here in quite some time. Off of turn number 4, we are back underway here at the Boothill Speedway and factory stock heat race number 2 of the night. Here comes trouble to the inside for the race lead. Atwood got it hung out up top as well, trying to take third away here. In the waning stages of this one, tick-tock, the race clock goes. Graham putting pressure on Daugherty. Daugherty not rattled.
It's like turbo. Turbo's the only better equipment over now. It's checkers or records every time with turbo.
White flag is out, and Graham drove it deep off there into the corner. Down the back straightaway for the final time into turns 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? Checkers coming out this time by Graham all over the back bumper. Josh Daugherty going to hold him off and win this one. 3 in a row. From the last time he raced here, he won 2 straight. He's been on vacation since. It's Cody Myers in car number 81. Justin Whitehead, the 7-time Cajun Classic winner, last night's second place finisher at 67 to Brandon Brown in a great event last night. Whitehead makes a very rare, uncharacteristic mistake, washed up with the front end there on the entry to corner number 1. So off of turn number 4, it'll be Randy Cox leading lap number 1 here tonight at Boot Hill in heat number 3. Randy Cox down the back straightaway off of turn number 2, continues to repel the 81 of Cody Myers for the race lead. Mentioned prior to the race starting, Myers won 2 straight, of course, went to the Bahamas, was out of town the last 2 races, so technically he's trying to win his 3rd consecutive here at Boot Hill, as Jason Ingles won in that same car at our Battle of Boot Hill event. So Jason Ingles won $1,000 in that laser chassis entry number 81 at the 5th annual Battle of Boot Hill just a couple of weeks ago. Here comes Whitehead. A top 3 cars right now. Throw them in our grandma's quilt into 1. Cox up to the challenge now. The youngster in only his 2nd season of racing action doing battle with the 2 veteran youngsters.
What's his brother's name?
Sounds funny.
Jason's name.
So the 29-year-old Justin Whitehead doing battle with the 24-year-old in car number 81 of Cody Myers. Off of 2 down the back straightaway, the 36J getting the nose up on him at the midpoint of the back straightaway. Cox up to the challenge. He'll drive it all the way up top to the cushion and try to rely on some of that momentum from the top. He'll diamond off the exit of 4. Can't get the run he was looking for. As Myers will now go to work and try to put the 45R back to 3rd. They'll go neck and neck, side by side, down the back straightaway again at the midpoint as Whitehead now getting away. Doing 36J things tonight here in Greenwood as he rolls off of 4 down the boulevard into turn number 1. Cox still continues to hold off the 81 of Myers, who keeps... Oh, boy. Myers breathing down the neck of the 45R of Randy Cox for 2nd. Cannot quite... Oh, and Cox just nearly lost the handle. He was able to corral it, though. Somehow, some way. Oh, they make more contact. Goodness gracious. They wrecked about 1,000 times. It's out of control. So Randy Cox somehow, some way is looking like he's going to hold on to snag 2nd in this one. He's got a flat. Maybe he didn't. He just looks like a It's Bubba Mckeecher. It's inside of 2. It's Tyler Morgan of the Hunter's Body Shop number 24 outside of 2. Feature winner this season. It's Joshua Greenwald of the Greenwood, Louisiana in car number 27. Three wide for the race lead down the front straightaway. Last night, Heartbreak Hotel for the 0. Bubba Mckeecher drove the car all the way back to Blanchard before he turned left. As down the back straightaway into turn number 3, the 90 of Jody Davidson trying to get the head up on this factory stock program. Just hasn't been able to quite find it since he purchased this car a year ago. Only raced it about 7 times anyway. So maybe not enough to get the kinks out. But Davidson committed, and he's ready to race for 10 grand here in a few weeks. as a 7 car of Zach Mcmillan here doing double duty tonight in the saddle of a factory stock for the first time in his racing career to my knowledge. So off of 4 as they come down the front stretch in the 1, it's Bubba Mckeecher, hero and 0, holding on to the top spot right now. Mckeecher continues to rip and roar the outside of the race.
He's trying to drive with the right. No, you can't do that.
It's fun to watch.
Josh Greenwald. It grew up 5 miles from this racetrack just down the road in Greenwood. And could hear these cars from his driveway as a young man growing up. He won his first ever race here at a 3rd event of the season. And boy, was he excited. He wants another one to add to the column. Greenwald with a victory this season at Showtime Speedway as well. They roll down the front straightaway. Davidson also with a win to his credit, but coming in a limited modified at Showtime on their 2nd night of the 2019 season. And speaking of Showtime, I imagine the 0 of Bubba Mckeecher led 19 laps of the 20-lap main event last night, and unfortunately did not come home with the checkered flag. As 0, Mckeecher leads with 2 to go. The white flag is out for the 0.
Those were speedos we had last night. They were hard, but they were good.
Yeah.
In the 3 and 4 for the final time, so the 2nd straight night he'll win a heat race. Bubba Mckeecher will look to seal the deal tonight and go back to Victor Lane at Boothill for the first time in quite some time. 2nd, we'll go to the 27 of Greenwald. Ingles storm. So the Lazy 8 and the throwback tribute to Papa Ray Ingles, the patriarch to the Ingles racing family out of Longview, Texas, is Chase Hatton out of DeBerry, Texas, who has swapped his number for the 2019 season to pay tribute to the great Papa Ray Ingles, as Ingles provides the equipment for this car and actually owns this hot rod, as Hatton has nine wins now in this 2019 season between 4 different racetracks. As Hatton, right now, the Mad Hatter, annihilating the Boothill Speedway Racing Service to his advantage into 1, with Vic Jr. lurking behind, as the 27 of Washburn as well, sitting in 3rd, running out the top 3. It's going to be Lazy 8 of Chase Hatton coming to the white flag this time by Vic Jr. Got snookered on the restart by the McDonald's number 27 of Mike Washburn. Washburn, 2nd place points man a year ago to that driver in car number 4 of Vic Jr., who's won 2 consecutive Pro Mod track titles here. Out on the backstretch into 3 and 4 for the final time. DeBerry, Texas racer driving the Lazy 8. The Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton, scores it in Lazy 8. 2nd, we'll go to Mike Washburn. Giant. And Matthew Thompson. And the number 1. And the tribute to Billy Robinson. Right now it's 96 and Mike Knighton out front with the race lead. Chris Hennigan in a Pro Mod. How about that? Last night he was driving Donnie Powers number 6 IMCA modified at Texarkana 67 Speedway. And tonight on night 2 of this back-to-back race weekend for him, the Marshall, Texas racer in a Pro Mod. He has won a 1,000-win Fast Fuel 50 Pro Mod race at Arklatex several years ago. But Chris Hennigan, he's a modified racer. Always will be at heart. But he can race just about anything with 4 tires and a steering wheel. A bobble. Here comes Hennigan to the inside for the race lead. Can't get it done that time with halfway in. 4 in and 4 laps to go of this 8-lap affair. Hennigan working the middle lane of the Boothill Speedway and working it well. The 96 of Knighton has to feel the pressure now. 3 to go this time by at the line. Knighton doesn't have the best handling race car at this juncture of the race. And with Chris Hennigan nipping at your heels, what could be any better for you? Got 1 and 2 down pat that time as he heads off of 2 into 3. Michael Knighton continues to repel the Marshall Texan Chris Hennigan. Hennigan works off of turn number 4 to the back bumper of him. 2 laps to go. Michael Knighton has won some big open wheel modified races in his racing career. Now in this Pro Mod, this is his 8th night out on it. Into 3 after going factory stock racing the last 2 years. Knighton just got disposed of, coming to the white flag by Hennigan. And what do you know? Living up to the moniker and looking to win again. Down the back straightaway for the final time for win again Hennigan. Final trip, he was your leader. He's now your winner by half a car length to 16 of Chris Hennigan. Holds off the 96 of Knighton. What number is that on the pole? 9. Man, I can't see at all. So Josh Bauckham and the Total Custom Cars are down to number 25. Robert Graham took prisoners on the first lap. And he'll roll to the race lead of the Seegers Roofing number 22 car. So the Marshall Texan, the driver trying to win his 4th consecutive Pro Mod main event tonight. Chad Dupont from Shreveport sits 3rd right now and punches the time clock. He goes to work to the back bumper of the 25 for 2nd. Bauckham repels him for now. Puts a car link between he as he tries to roll back to the 22. Ma'am. It does. Bauckham went way up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon and nearly ended up out of the park there. The 25 corralled it though, got back into the ballpark. And the 57 of Dupont goes to work. He brought his stamps. He'll send it off of turn number 2 and try to reel the number 25 to him. Dupont trying to win his 4th straight Pro Mod race tonight. And it's going to be a tough sled for him if he has to come out from a 3rd place finish in his heat race if he wants to get in there later on. As Dupont said in Victor Lane at the last race when he won 3 in a row, when I asked him if he was going to be able to match when he won 6 straight super late model races here back in 2002. He said, we're going for 8. I said, well, we better work on getting that 4th one before we try 8. So Chad Dupont, who said that he plans to go back super late model racing at some point, as finally gets around to the caution came out. Just the thing that made the most sense for right now is his son's getting his feet wet racing that beginner cruiser factory stock, and obviously he's not able to really teach his son sitting in the same class as his son, so he likes to be on the sidelines, be able to coach and critique him. We are back underway. Here comes the 25 of the Benton Bullet, Josh Bauckham. He'll fire one down to the inside for the race lead. Michael Easley, who won his first race of the 2019 season 3 Friday nights ago down at Showtime, as he rolls off of 4, rolling the hub and rolling it well. To the checkers this time from Keith Parker. He'll score the victory, Michael Easley in 22. Healthcare. He'll have the Healthcare Express barking like a big dog tonight. The one to keep your eyes on, BJ Robinson outside of 3.
Catman John Mitchell and Mason Overkramer set the pace. Fire off. We're underway. Black Diamond Chassis, he race number 1. Mitchell going to drive it deep into turn number 1 on the bottom. Overkramer there as well. Here comes Rob Linton. 3 wide for 3rd. Linton around the berm. Here comes Kyle Beard. He'll slide in the 4th spot. Try to gain as many spots as possible. Linton banging the cushion. He's going for 2nd now. Mitchell all... his back bumper all covered by Mason Overkramer. 1 down, 7 to go. Rob Linton tearing down the wall here at Boothill Speedway.
The 4-time super late model champion going to cross underneath Mason Overkramer for 2nd. He'll now punch the time clock and go to work and try to reel in John Mitchell for the race lead. Here comes the silent assassin, Kyle Beard, to the outside of the Gary Beard Trucking Black Diamond number 86. Beard, the Truman, Arkansas racer, smashes the cushion in car number 86. Got to run Wesley down the back straightaway and as well for the race lead. Here comes Linton.
2 laps complete, 6 to go. Here comes Kyle Beard on the outside. Linton all over the back bumper of Catman John Mitchell. Race to the line, 3 wide momentarily. Linton just barely edges Catman. 3 down, 5 to go. 3 laps complete, 5 to go. Beard jumps the cushion. Overkramer to 3rd. Linton on the bottom has a heck of a run down in turn number 3. Catman goes to the cushion now. Who's going to lead lap number 4? Halfway through, 4 down, 6 to go.
Oh boy, into 1 by about a half a cat's whisker. The 5 of John Mitchell leads the 6X of Rob Linton, the only 4-time Southern Non-Professional Racing Series champion. 32 victories to his credit. He rolls into 3 and off of 4. Been suffering some little bit of bad luck the last couple years, but John Mitchell retakes the top spot. Some cat scratch fever tonight for the Catman.
5 down, 5 to go. Catman John Mitchell leading the WW Timber number 5 Black Diamond Chassis. Rob Linton a Rocket XR1 2nd. Here comes Overkramer. Overkramer to the outside of the Black Diamond Chassis of Kyle Beard. The silent assassin finished 2nd last night. Almost spins it off turn number 4. Overkramer back to 3rd. 6 down, 4 to go. Here comes the 93 of Mason Overkramer on the top side.
Is this exciting or what? Now the back straightaway, this racetrack is on the edge tonight as John Mitchell trying to get back into the victory lane here at Boot Hill for the first time in a couple of years. He rolled there off the exit a little high, wide, and Hansel opens up the door for Rob Linton to make a gain on him. Here comes the 86 Wesley into 1 and 2.
Linton has found something in the middle. No, he's close to about a 2-car length gap at turn number 3. Rob Linton on the move. Here comes the silent assassin, Kyle Beard. 2 laps remain in this one. Passing points on the line. Beard back to the 3rd spot. Kyle Beard looking for more now. He'll go to the inside of Linton. Linton sideways off turn number 2. 2-car lengths down the back straight to make it 3 to Catman John Mitchell. Kyle Beard now to the inside of Rob Linton. 3 distinct lines being ran. 1 lap remains in Black Diamond Chassis heat race number 1.
What a race we've got here, Wesley, as they hustle off into 1 and 2 for the final time. The 86 of Kyle Beard as the 6X crossing underneath down the back straight for the final time. Wesley in the 3 and 4.
Kyle Beard going to try to close the door on Linton. Overkramer going to take 1 last shot at the 2nd spot. Can he get there? The Catman John Mitchell picks up the win. Overkramer on the outside gets back to 2nd. Kyle Beard falls to 3rd.
Said Timothy Culp Hollywood will be putting on a show. He's never won here at Boot Hill Speedway, Wesley.
Yeah, Culp's always been trying to find a win here, but here we go. P&W Sales heat race number 2. David Payne sets the pace. We're already 3 wide for the lead into turn number 1. Brett Frazier going to the bottom this time. Here comes Raston through the middle. Brad Couch on the outside. Couch with the advantage. Side by side, 3 wide. Here comes Frazier once again. Brad Couch banging the cushion. Raston goes up there too. Frazier slides up the speedway. Give lap number 1 to Brad Couch.
We're in for it again. It looks like heat race number 2 just going to be equally as exciting. Here comes the jet Brett Frazier to the inside of Couch for the race lead. Off of 2 down the back straight. Brett Frazier lost a little bit of side bite there. Hunter Raston going to take advantage. The 38th annual Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winner in the modified ranks here at Boot Hill. Hunter Raston working the hub and working it well. Here comes Colt Wesley.
Rick Duke into the wall, back through the pack. Here comes Hunter Raston on the bottom. Frazier chopped him last time in turn number 3. Raston going to have a heck of a run into the bottom of turn number 3. Couch running the cushion in a Masters-built chassis tonight instead of the Black Diamond. Lap number 3 in the books now. Brad Couch still leads 7 to go. Frazier's found something on the bottom once again. He's going to go to the inside of Brad Couch in turn number 2. Not able to get there just yet. Loses about 4 car lengths into turn number 3. Here comes Rasden again.
Boy, the closing right there for the R5 of Rasden. He got on the back bumper of the F1 quick, fast, and in a hurry. Brett Frazier now skates away and rolls the second, driving that Jesus Saves Trust State Magneto number F1. I told you last night, Wesley, there's a cushion out there to be had. The F1 is certainly going to find it. But right now, the 5C of Brad Couch keeping them at bay, rolling the top shelf as well as they roll off at turn number 4 to the flag stand into 1.
Brett Frazier calling Vivian, Louisiana his home now, he said. And he is now catching the 5C of Boothill, Louisiana's Brad Couch. Couch down the back straightaway. Brett Frazier going to get loose again. Rasden all over his back bumper to turn number 3. Both of them go to the top in turns 1 and or turns 3 and 4. Rasden thought about the slaughter, thought better of it, fell back in the line. Colt started 7th, currently runs 4th. As we got 6 down, 4 to go.
Colt running down this lead trio right now is Frazier. Wages war with the R5 of Rasden. Here comes Brett Frazier to the inside. Thought he was going to throw the slaughter. He held off on it.
Frazier slides up. Here comes Rasden. Rasden got back under him again. Frazier might open the door. Draws it in deep. Here comes the slaughter. Couch going to cross him over. 3 wide for the lead. Couch in the back bumper of Frazier. Frazier closed the door. Couch from 1st to 4th because here comes Hollywood. 8 down, 2 to go.
What an absolute barn burner here, ladies and gentlemen. This 10-lap affair into 1. Rasden's got it cooking back up top. Here he comes. He's going to get a run off the exit of turn number 2. Timothy Cope's bringing along with him down the back straightaway. Here comes Cope and a shot in the shorts of the F1 of Frazier from the R5. What a race, Wesley, off of turn number 4.
Rasden goes back to the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. Not able to get back to Frazier just yet. Hollywood not going away either. Trying to make a show-stopping movie with this one. Rasden gets a little sideways out of turn number 2. He's going to have to make up 5 car lengths on Brett Frazier. Frazier goes the cushion, backs it into the dirt just a little bit. Coming to the checkered flag. Your winner in the F1 machine. He picked up right where he left off last night. Picking up the heat race win last night. Picking it up tonight. The F1 of Brett Frazier. Here we go. 10 laps of distance once again. Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 3 is underway. Here comes the 71 of Alan Tippett. Mo Bags to the top side.
After clobbering the wall earlier in hot laps, they go 3 wide there momentarily off of 2. Boy, they had to think better at Tony Jackson Jr. Try to fit it in the caution zone.
Backup car. And Michelle fires. And green flag in the air. Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 3 underway. Mo Bags goes back to the top side. Alan Tippett on the bottom. Tippett side by side with Bagley now down the back straightaway. Caution did not like the start once again. Evening $3,000 on the line. 40 lap to feature event. Patrick Michelle going to set the pace. Mo Bags, Morgan Bagley in the 14 going to be to his outside. Now Alan Tippett trying to jump the start.
They were all, that other dude was playing cat and mouse. He didn't know when he was supposed to get through.
Down the back straightaway, Mo Bags, Morgan Bagley, and the 71 of Alan Tippett battling it out. Not laps the distance in this one. I guess get underway in general because we haven't got it started just yet. Patrick Michelle, first time here since 1989. Got to be a little bit of jitters. Can see what he can do here at the Boothill Speedway. He'll set the pace, and much better. He just kind of burned up the tires. Green flag in the air. Jackson tipping into Jackson. Jackson spins it right down the track in front of Kriegler, and Lynn Beach also makes contact with Tippin. 4th time was not the pace. Mo Bags, Morgan Bagley kind of in the driver's seat, both theoretically and figuratively, as he's going to be on the outside. At the bottom has really seemed like the problem lately. Great start by the US 1. Mo Bags going to try to clear him into turn number 1. Michelle goes to the bottom. Here comes Jackson also on the top side. Tony Jackson Jr. trying to follow Mo Bags through the field. Jackson from 4th to 2nd down the back straightaway. Mo Bags, Morgan Bagley on the cushion. Jackson on the cushion. Michelle slides up. Now the 71 of Alan Tippin looks to the inside of the USA 1. Give lap number 1 to Mo Bags.
The Midwest Sheet Metal spoiler already kind of flapping in the wind on the right rear for 56 of Jackson, but it doesn't appear that early race scuffle caused any significant damage to it as he hunts down the 14 of Mo Bags, Morgan Bagley for the race lead. Down the front stretch into one of the Gotta Race P&W Sales, P&W Ironworks 14. Here comes Tony Jackson Jr. for the race lead. Wesley off of 2.
Prime time. Almost throws a slider there. Has to check him not to make contact with Mo Bags. Going to have to try to close back in. Loses about 5 car lengths. Now Jackson jumps the cushion. Loses even more ground. Alan Tippin runs 3rd. Scott Kriegler has moved up to 4th. Battle for the 4th spot. It's 2 Rookie of the Year candidates. Scott Kriegler currently leading the way. That's why you got the yellow spoiler. And Charlie Cole out of Wynn, Arkansas, having a great run on the bottom there. Tony Jackson Jr. slowly but surely starting to reel in Mo Bags. 4 down, 6 to go.
Mo Bags leads them into 1 and 2. The 34-year-old veteran down the back straightaway, the former open wheel modified ace, began his race career back in 2005 in open wheel modifieds at the Lone Star Speedway. Calls Boothill one of his home tracks. He rolls off of 4 with the race lead by a comfortable margin over the 56 of Tony Jackson Jr. Alan Tippin riding back in 3rd, holding off a strong charge from the 12 of Scott Kriegler.
Scott Kriegler starting to close in on that 71 now. He's making the bottom work even more and more. Kriegler gets a great run down the back straightaway. Tippin bobbles just a little bit. Jackson still closing in. 6 laps complete, 4 to go, 6 down, 4 to go. Big Sexy going to the cushion. He'll go to the outside of Alan Tippin down the front straightaway. Not able to get him just yet. Clicker going to back it up, go right through the slick, hit the cushion sideways, loses the spot to Cole, almost drives right back by him on the top side. 7 down, 3 to go.
They're pushing that cushion out further and further, Wesley. If you watch the 14M of Bagley, starting to get a little too high, wide, and handsome here. But you don't want that cushion to get kicked out too far, and then it's going to get tough to compete with it around the bottom anyway. So off of 4, Morgan Bagley to 2 laps to go, Wesley into 1.
2 laps remaining in Kaiser Manufacturing Heat Race number 3. Jackson not really able to close in on Bagley right now. Tippin still leads Krigler. Cole runs in the 5th spot, and lap traffic may come into play here. Doc Beach right in the way of Morgan Bagley. White flag in the air. 1 lap remaining here in Heat Race number 3. Doc Beach running the top side too. Bagley going to be on the bottom. Bagley going to have to check up not to slide up the speedway and get in the Doc Beach. Jackson and Beach got into it a little bit last night as Beach was being lapped. Mo Bags on the bottom. Doc Beach going to let him through. Mo Bags wins Kaiser Manufacturing Heat Race number 3. Second place will be the 56 of Lebanon, Missouri's Tony Jackson Jr., the Midwest Sheet Metal marked man. Third place will go to the 7.
Dotson. The youngster, Carson Bradley, inside of row number 2 in the C88. Talon Minton in car number 24. Wait, is that Robbie? No, Robbie Minton from Lacoste, Texas in car number 24.
5. Which one is Talon? He's in the 5C, I think.
So good to see the drivers who are regulars down at the Pleasanton, Texas Oval at I-37 making their first ever starts at Boot Hill. We're hoping to get up here for the 5,000 win a few weeks ago. Talked to both of them, weren't able to make it, but it's awesome to see them both here tonight for the first time in their careers. Hustling off into 1, the 2015 Louisiana State Champion of the 23, Cliff Tupper Jr. Got his CB Bruton power plant barking like a big dog underneath the hood of his Western Flyer tonight. As he tries to roll in here, he sits 5th right now, putting work on the 24. As the young 13-year-old Bradley holding on to a pretty steady wheel here as he goes to the inside for 2nd of Stevens. Out from racing for a couple years and acquired an IRP chassis from Jason Ingles, and it's good to have him back. The young man in the 24, it's Robbie Minton in Lacoste, Texas, and he has problems on the restart. Here we come back into 1. Cliff Tupper Jr. going to throw his hat into the ring. Here comes Tupper. What's for supper? Here comes Tupper. Down the back straightaway in the 23. Gaines, for the love of Alex, stock Texas driving benefit winner at Lone Star a season ago, rolls with the race lead off of 4. The 7 holds on to it into 1. Here comes Dotson for the race lead. Off of 2, gets a nose up on him with the high side momentum, works to the advantage of the 7 as they roll into turn number 3. Minton having problems over here, as right now the top 4 cars underneath a blanket. Trying to go 3 wide for the race lead there off the exit of corner number 2. This racetrack is phenomenal right now. What more do you want, race fans? In the turn number 3, here comes Tupper, going to throw his hat back into the ring. 4 cars under a blanket with a few laps to go. Into 1. Anybody's race at this juncture. Who's it going to be? Off of 2 down the backstretch. Gaines still rolling the high side momentum to his advantage, and he'll put the 26 by about a half a cast whisker behind him for the 2nd. Dotson working the wheel and working it well off of 4. 2 laps to go. 6 score to this 8-lap affair. 26 of Dotson. Chipping away at it. He now has the race lead. He'll look to slide up off of exit and slams the door shut on the 7 and 8 Gaines. Gaines drives it back deep hard into turn number 3, and he's going to use the outside line, and it won't work for him on the white flag coming out. The final quarter-mile trip around this beautiful Boothill Speedway since 1973, the home of the Louisiana State Championship, into 3 and 4 for the final time. 23 of Tupper trying to steal one late. Won't be able to get the job done. Your winner goes to the 26 of Braden Dotson. I'm going to take a stab and say Doug Vick Jr. is in car number 54. Here comes the Marshall Missile. Into turns 1 and 2, disposes of the 5-time champ, Derrick Jr. over in Vivian. So the Marshall Missile is rolling tonight. Here he comes in 69. The driver of the JCG Auto Sales True Love Law Firm, 5-star builders, and 1-call staffing, number 69. He has got that thing set on dig tonight. I'm not sure if that's the same car. I haven't talked to Derrick this week. He obviously has new sides on it and probably going to put the new wrap on here pretty soon. But it's plain Jane quick tonight. As off of turn number 4, White Lightning at 69. Here he comes. Hustling off into 1. He'll put it back to the Boothill Speedway cushion that time. Here comes the Marshall Missile. Down the back straightaway, Derrick Grigsby. Oh, got the door slammed shut right in front of his face. He crossed down underneath the 22. Still can't quite get the job done. It'll be 2 to go this time by Keith Meek holding on to it. Keith Meek in the car number 22, a regular at the Showtime Speedway down at Manny. Here comes Derrick. Derrick trying to find that run down the back stretch. Derrick did not make the Battle of Boot Hill, and he'll throw the slider try. He did not get the clearance he was looking for. 8 tires is better than 4 sometimes, and Meek going to make contact with him, coming to the line of the white. And Meek not going to be all too happy with the Marshall Missile that time. As Vic Jr. going to try to take advantage as they head down the back straightaway for the final time to turns 3 and 4. Checkers are coming out. As Grigsby, look out, Derrick, off of turn number 4. He may have a flat tire. Held on to it. 69 wins it. And racing, Jason Ingles. Outside of Ingles, driving the 22 Magnum, your $5,000 winner to the Battle of Boot Hill, Dylan Spear from Marshall, Texas in 22 Magnum. I don't know about that start, but we're underway off of 4. The Marksville Madman, Stephen Guidry, Michael King Jr., the El Dorado, Arkansas 18-year-old youngster. He goes 3 wide back here with the 81 of Ingles and the K1 of Guidry.
That's that kid that was out there with us the whole time. The one in the orange going 3 wide there. He's getting better, man.
So they hustle back off into turns 1 and 2. It's the 90 of Jody Davidson out front with a race lead at this point. The 20 of Tidwell falls in line, sits second. Here comes the 12 of Ingles now. Ingles right now holds on to third. Your $5,000 winner of the Battle of Boot Hill, Dylan Spear from Marshall, was flawless out here. Led every single lap of the 50-lap, $5,000 win main event a couple of weeks ago, and boy, did he ever earn it. Lost a cylinder, was only running on 7 cylinders the final several laps of that race. Is the 81 of Ricky Ingles, your winningest limited modified driver here this fall. His 2018 campaign went, but you never can count out Ricky Ingles. I'd keep your eyes on him here. We're back underway. Murderers Row in heat race number 3. We're back underway. Heading into 1. Jason Ingles going to put it to the outside of the racetrack, and here comes Michael King. Michael King's driving a very smooth race in this one. And here comes Ingles now. Ingles got something cooking up top, pushed with the front end there a little bit, gets it straightened out. Here he comes. And here comes the Marshall Texan Dylan Spear. Derrick Grigsby just won. Look out, Michael King. Down the backstretch, here comes the Marshall Texan Dylan Spear. 22 Magnum, firing all bullets and no blanks. Oh, boy. Michael King Jr. about smoked the wall there. He's got a right front broke. Right now we got a battle for the race lead. Side by side for the top spot of the middle of 3 and 4, and off of turn number 4, Jason Ingles trying to steal one from Jody D. The Western Flyer chassis built by Curtis Allen going toe-to-toe with the owner and fabricator of IRP. Down the back straightaway, Jason Ingles, the multi-time Battle of Boot Hill winner in the turn number 3. Here comes Ingles now. He'll look to throw the slider up on the 90 of Davidson. Can't get the job done completely, and Davidson going to walk through the threshold or try to. Couldn't do it. Got the door slammed right in front of his face. Jason Ingles slammed the screen door on him. So down the back stretch. Jason Ingles setting sail now. And a great race going on here for the top spot at Boothill. Trying to take a quick restroom break down there, but hey, the race is too good right now. The youngster, the 16-year-old Chris Collier, the two-time champion here in the Ford Focus yellow number 14 car. Just got disposed of by the number 99 Mazda 3. I feel like that car was just driving down the interstate like 5 days ago. So the four cylinders put on a show there in that short green flag run. We're going to get back underway under the green here. If you're looking to get into dirt track racing and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, this may be your meal ticket. You can get into one of these cars for about $1,000 or less. And a feature race winner this season, driving the BC car from Atlanta, Texas. Oh, look out, Eddie Brewer got in there a little hot and heavy. Eddie Brewer driving the BC car. Threw his hat into the ring there. As the white flag is out this time by. Final trip in the turns 1 and 2 for little Mike Hudson. Mike Hudson down the back straightaway. Neck and neck for third. It's Big Mike Hudson and the BC of it. Eddie Brewer coming around this time to the checkers. Who's going to get third? And Hudson will slide up and he'll take the line and he'll take third. It's old Toby Davis outside of row number 2. Wasn't sure what row he was going to be in. So the youngster out of Odessa, Louisiana, 10 years old, Brittany Graham in the Triple X Rocket. Off of 4, we're underway. Oh, how about this one? Steve Mckeecher back in the saddle. That's awesome. I've watched Steve Mckeecher win a lot of races growing up at Champion or Webster Speedway. I think Bubba and Blake and some other guys put their heads together and built him that car. That's pretty cool. So we roll through 3 and off of 4. Toby Davis putting the heat on the 18 for the race lead. What were you doing at 10 years old, folks? I was dreaming about maybe getting on the racetrack. So right now they roll through 3 and off of turn number 4 this time by Chris Perkins still leads in 18. So both hands and both feet up on the wheel tonight. And here comes Brittany Graham, the lady in the field. You know, throw some hot sauce here in the top 3. Last night at Showtime, hustling off into 1. First name Toby, last name Davis. The 10-year-old youngster trying to stalk the back bumper. Is Brittany Graham going to try to go to the 3rd now? Here comes Davis at the back bumper to the 18 again for the race lead. 2 to go. Who's it going to be? In an exciting second 4-cylinder heat race of the night. Down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. Little Toby Davis, folks. He gets better and better every time he sits behind the wheel of that race car. Off of 4 to the white flag. Come on, Toby. Hold on to it now. He'll drive it down to the bottom. Look out, Toby Davis. Oh, no. That was nice. In the 3 and 4 for the final time. Folks, that's car control. Hold on to it, Toby. In the 3 and off of 4 to the line. Drag racing to the checkers. Your winner goes to the 18 to Chris Perkins. Dupont and the 05 car. Dalton Vines driving car number D1. Tanya Laxton in car number 9. We're underway for 6 laps. Oh, that ain't going to work. Oh boy, his throttle had to have stuck. I think Wyatt's throttle had to have stuck. I say, when do we start racing off of turn 2? All right, we're gonna re-rack and stack. The lights are out and they're coming to the green. We're back underway. The F5 of McDuff gonna lead them. Wyatt has a little bit of front end damage on the easy one. as Dalton Vines going to dispose of the F5 for the race lead. Send him to promoter school, folks, as my good friend Bill Kitchen would say. So rolling off of turn number 4, out front with the race lead is going to be the D1 of Dalton Vines. Dalton Vines skating away back out front with the lead over Ben McDuff in the F5 car. Luke Dupont trying to throw his hat into the ring, and the 0-5. Tick-tock, the race clock goes. 2 laps to go. Final trip down the back straightaway, the battle for second. 0-5 of Dupont trying to hunt down the F5. But your winner by a mile, the D1 of Dalton Vines scores the victory. Ben McDuff will come across the stripe and finish second in the F5 with Dupont third in 05. Customs War Shocks by K. Dillon Racing. 14Z is Zach Mcmillan. Inside of room 2 would be Big Man, Manuel Williams. Outside of Manuel Williams, the 75 of K. Daddy, Kyle Taylor. Racing Jason Ingles. And car number 12, Josh Brandon Ball in the number 5 car. Mason, or Manuel Williams the second, starting at the tail. We're underway, full throat as they head off for 2 down the back stretch into 3 and 4. The lead lap number 1 to the line this time off of 4. The 21 wins that leads lap number 1. 21 leads 14Z and 75 into 1 and 2. Here comes Mcmillan. Zach Mcmillan, the former Coons Company Midwest Sheet Metal Rookie of the Year with the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series, does not have the late model ready to go for 2019 as he rolls to the inside for the race lead. Here comes Zach Mcmillan. Oh, and he got clearance that he was looking for that time. The roll off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Winslet holding on to a pretty wheel, keeping the 14Z honest. They roll into turn number 3. It's a good one brewing at Boot Hill. Mcmillan, who won his first ever late model, or I'm sorry, won his first ever model. And St. Louis Liberties Lone Star Speedway last May 27th to be exact, down the back stretch into 3. Mcmillan annihilating the outside line and hammering the cushion tonight. Wow. Williams right here underneath the line. Ingles and Williams are waging it. Oh, and Mcmillan nearly lost the handle. So many different wild things happening on this racetrack right now. Not sure where you can put your eyeballs. The battle for third heating up now. There's the 5 of I keep wanting to say Beckham. A Ball driving the Terry Beckham Motorsports number 5A as they roll back off into 1. Winslet trying to get back there to the 14Z as Manuel Williams and Jason Ingles are waging an absolute war. I didn't put him on the mic because he gets a little nervous sometimes. No, kidding. Wyatt had to come and let me know that they sold that 4-cylinder to James Mixon, so appreciate that. He's got a Pro Mod in the works. So an exciting first couple of laps, so we're back underway. Back into 1. Here comes K-Daddy. And Winslet sliding backwards. Uncharacteristic for the 21 of Winslet. They go backwards. Oh boy, and he tried to make up 2 for the price of 1. Drove that car back into downtown Shreveport. Ended up on Interstate 20 before he turned left over there. Into 1. 3 wide for second. Off the exit of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. What's going to give? K-Daddy's going to give. Going to give it out of the gas. Look at the 20. Oh! And Jason Ingles not going to be happy after that one. The 24 just drove down from the roof nearly into the basement and didn't realize that Jason Ingles was on the first floor. So we're going to get back underway with Zach Mcmillan from Gladewater, Texas on the point. We're back underway. Hustling off into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Winslet now, trying to get back to second. He will down the back straightaway. Boy, this racetrack is so good tonight. I mean, if just stay like this, please. The white flag is out. Jason Ingles has problems on the 12 car. They'll hustle into turns 1 and 2. Last night, Winslet was in his IMC modified, back in the saddle of his open mod tonight. As Zach Mcmillan, the first night out on this MB customized CDR, takes the victory in car number 14Z. So big man Manuel Williams starts shotgun. The lights are out with Chris Hennigan on the point. We're underway off of 4. Underway, and Chris Hennigan starting this one from the pole position. Douthit swung way too high, wide, and handsome there and lost wholesale spots and went back to 5th. From 2nd to 5th on the opening lap for the 00 as Hennigan leads lap 1 at 16. Biz is picking up as here comes Tidwell. Around goes 24 at the bottom of turns 1 and 2. So back underway, Chris Hennigan leading them here at Boot Hill. Chris Hennigan with the race lead with the battle for second, heating up as they roll down the back stretch into 3. It'll be 4 and 4 laps to go this time by to the flag stand. Hustling back into 1, Chris Hennigan has been set on KLL all of 2019 with wins at Lone Star. And nearly every single track that he's checked into battle at this year. Came home second to Brendan Brown in the factory start for Tommy Mercer Motorsports a few weeks ago at Arcotex. Back in his Oklahoma modified where he is as good as he ever is, as good as he always is. As the 16 is annihilating the Boothill Speedway to his advantage right now over the 79 of Settle, who sits second. Tidwell finally prevails to go to third with 2 laps to go. Coming around this time, but to grab the white at the racetrack with the #1 alternative, every thrill and spill and every burn and turn on RaceOnTexas.com. As win again, Chris Hennigan going to take the green and get us back underway. Hennigan leads them into 1 and 2 on the restart. Final time to the checkers. Hennigan wins it. Peyton Daugherty out front with the lead in the 4 cylinders as they hustle back off into turns 1 and 2. The 57 of Austin Dupont works the hub. Oh, don't take out the infield signs. Peyton Daugherty out front in car number 34.
On row number 5, all by himself. 10 laps the distance, taking the top 4 tonight's main event. Charlie Cole will set the pace. Fire up, green flag in the air. Wonderway and Mark Martin to B main action. Flying Brian Rickman goes to second. Here comes David Payne on the bottom. Peyton Looney now to the 4th and final transfer spot. Michelle slips up. Lynn Beach goes to the inside of Rick Duke down the back straightaway. Not able to get there. Looney up to 3rd now. Now Michelle starting to close in on David Payne. Top 4 trying to separate themselves. Here comes Rick Duke on the outside. Rick Duke side by side with Michelle. Cut him off a little bit. The USA 1 back to the 5th spot. Set on the outside looking in. 1 lap down, 9 to go. 1 down, 9 to go. Marmon Moto B main action. Lynn Beach makes a little bit of contact with the 6D. Now Chad Mallett almost into a U-turn. 2 down, 8 to go. 2 down, 8 to go. Charlie Cole leading this one in the Victoria Cole Counting Rocket chassis. Number 2 to win Arkansas. Flying Brian Rickman, the Rocket XR1 chassis, currently runs 2nd. Another Rocket XR1 of the 15 of Peyton Looney runs 3rd. Rickman going to the top side. 3 down, 7 to go. Looks like the bottom has been the preferred line thus far. David Payne. Oh, Lynn Beach into the wall on the front straightaway. Caution on the speedway. Got sideways, went nose first into the far, just trying to make his way into the show. Peyton Looney at 3rd, and David Payne be your 4th and final transfer as right now. Patrick Michelle, Chad Mallett, Rick Duke all on the outside looking in. We're back underway. Comcam Super Dirt Series B main action. Great start for Peyton Looney. He'll go to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Rickman going to try to test the top side. Looney side by side with a 90 machine down the back straightaway. Peyton Looney is on it. Here comes flying Brian Rickman on the top side. 4 down, 6 to go. 4 laps complete, 6 to go. Charlie Cole leads. Peyton Looney in the 2nd. Looney started this thing outside of a transfer spot in 5th. Rickman still trying to make the top side work. Top 3 cars right there together. 3-car breakaway. David Payne in the 4th and final transfer spot. Chad Mallett starting to march his way through the field. He'd still be on the outside looking in, but he's going to go into the USA 1 of Patrick Michelle. 5 down, 5 to go. 5 laps complete, 5 to go. Brian Rickman, he's one of those guys. He grew up in Mississippi where it's tacky and you get up on the cushion and you drive that race car. That's what he's doing here in B main action. He's on the outside, trying to get by the 15 of Peyton Looney. 6 down, 4 to go. 6 laps complete, 4 to go. Brian Rickman on the top side. Peyton Looney on the bottom. Both of them closing in on Charlie Cole. Looney slips up. Rickman back to 2nd. He'll have the advantage in turn number 3. Rickman stands on it. Puts the right rear on the cushion. Coming around to complete lap number 7 at the line. Looney back to 2nd. Two very distinct lines right now. Brian Rickman showing the top is at least still there. Charlie Cole under fire now. 2 cars right there on his back bumper. Coming around this time for 2 to go. Charlie Cole checks up a little bit, tries to diamond off the bottom and turns 3 and 4. 2 to go, and here comes Brian Rickman. Columbus, Mississippi represent right now. Brian Rickman on the top side flying around the Boothill Speedway. He's on the back bumper of Charlie Cole. Rickman go to the top side and turns 3 and 4. The Rocket XR1 chassis hooked up at the line. Charlie Cole by half a car. Going into turn number 1, Cole holding his own on the bottom. Rickman on the top. Rickman bobbles a little bit. Heck of a run down the back straightaway. Brian Rickman, Charlie Cole. Who's going to start 15th? Who's starting 16th? Brian Rickman on the top side. Cole bobbles. Race to the line. Brian Rickman gets the win in Bark Martin Automotive B-Main action. Flying Brian Rickman.
And Dill are on the front row. But here tonight in Greenwood, Louisiana, factory stock racing, the B-Main taking the green. It's TJ Evans on the pole position. We're underway off of 4. It's getting messier than an 80s. So, hey, we'll try it again, race fans. Car number 81 of Randy Warner out of Hatton, Louisiana. Going to put his foot through the firewall and get us back underway here at Boot Hill. And your B-Main for the factory stocks. 12 laps the distance, and we're back underway. Ladies. The top 3 will transfer to tonight's A-Main event. We'll try to get the best 20 that we can find out of the 36 that checked in the battle tonight here at the Boothill Speedway. $10,000 is on the line here in just a few weeks, and we got synchronized spinners over here. And very meticulous with his racing program, and he finds himself out front with the lead right here in this 12-lap affair. We're back underway, the top 3 to the main event. A good restart by Morgan. He'll take the Hunter's Body Shop number 24 to the outside of the Boothill Speedway and try to find some of that momentum from up top. Here comes Davidson now in 90. Jody Davidson in car number 90 being flanked to his inside by the 7. And a shot in the shorts of the 24 of Morgan. Oh, yeah, that's Zach. Zach Mcmillan. Driving, man, I'm telling you what, Cody Maines had more drivers in there. I was going to say something inappropriate. But the 7 tonight being driven by the Gladewater Texan who won his heat race earlier of Zach Mcmillan. He drives it deep off into 3 and 4 to the inside of the 90 of Davidson. They never touched. Never touched. And here comes T-Ray. T-Ray Burkett driving the Outlaw race car 333. The ordained minister, baby. Here he comes, the 333. He's holding it down until he sees Jesus. And the 04. You got to every now and then. What are you going to do? Off of 4, the 24 holding back the advance of the 90 of Davidson. Davidson about to run out of patience. He's on the back bumper of the 24. 24 drives it deep off into the corner and keeps repelling the 90's advances. As now Evans, who sat second in the KMO regional point standings for the majority of this start to the 2019 season, now sits in the top 5. I believe he's 5th now. But he got that brand new Outlaw chassis working very good at RPM Speedway a couple weeks ago. Had a good performance at Arklatex Texas as well to back it up. So I'm starting to feel like TJ has that thing right where he wants it. But in a B-Main tonight, sitting in a transfer spot is Evans, who hunts down the 81 of Warner for the race lead. Davidson, right now the car on the bubble, 1 spot out looking in as the 24 continues to hold off Davidson as they try to go 3 wide, and there went Morgan. The old announcer's jinx right there. The old announcer's jinx got him. So the top flight, 81 of Randy Warner.
Scott. Oh, contact for third.
The contact for the third and final transfer spot's coming down to the 1.5 laps to go, and here comes Evans knocking to the back door of the 81 for the race lead. Evans all over Warner, and Warner nearly lost the handle. White flag is out. Who's it going to be? Burkett. Burkett got around the 90 at Davidson. Mcmillan's there, and he just lost the handle almost. Car stepped out from underneath him, hit a banana peel. No harm, no foul. Final time to turn straight forward. They're coming to the checkers. This isn't NASCAR. They'll race it to the line. Off of turn number 4 to the stretch. It'll be Warner holding off. The 7 of Evans, the 333, takes the third and final spot, and Jody Davidson just cannot quite find the next. It'll be Joshua Funderburk taking the green flag off of turn number 4 with Alex Williams from Kilgore, Texas, to his outside in the 6. Michael, you break your right front?
The K1 on my right front.
No, did he? Oh. Here, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Be sure to go ahead and throw that on your agenda, and make sure you bring out your friends and family to the King of the Hill this year. It's going to be a barn burner. Lights are out for the factory stock B main, and a good start, a good jump by Hale and the H93.
I got it.
First name Austin, last name going to give him a little bit of my last name. Austin Hill down the back straightaway. The 7 of Funderburk continues to hold off the H93 of Hill as they roll into 3. Williams back to 3rd now. Oh boy. Funderburk, he corralled it. Into turns 1 and 2, the 6 of Alex Williams keeps rolling the hub and rolling it well. He doesn't have to push it too hard. He's in the third and final transfer spot right now in the waning stages of this one. Oh, Joshua Funderburk just pushed the needle a little too hard. And his fun meter's through the roof right now.
He doesn't have a nose. He doesn't have a right front fender.
The frustration meter now pegged out. And the 6 cars, oh boy, they're dropping like flies in this one.
Oh, good job, Brian. Just don't spin out.
How bad do you want it? Show me what you got Saturday night special. The 58, Tiffany Welch now on the third and final transfer spot.
That 90 should be in this race. Mcmillan should be in this race.
Here comes Williams now. Alex Williams trying to go to work on the 58 of Welch. Tiffany Welch has the third and final transfer spot right now on her first night back behind the cockpit of her pink racing number 58 car. Welch, the former promoter here at this racetrack back in 2013, and the race director at Showtime on Friday nights, just scored the third. The Arcotech Sheet Metal Welding number 27 is Mike Washburn from Shreveport. The Styles Automotive number 96, the Nightmare Michael Knight, and the lights are out. The Mad Hatter Chase Hatton on the outside front row. We're underway from Boothill Speedway, your first main event of the night. Into 1 and 2 on the start of this one. Sliding him in front of the nose of the 27 of Washburn's the 16 of Hennigan down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. The Lazy 8 looking to lead lap number 1, and it looks like he will, and he does. Hatton, leader of lap number 1 here at the Hill tonight. On demand on RaceOnTexas.com. Every thrill and spill and every burn and turn of all the action each and every Saturday night and every single class here at Boot Hill, the official video provider of the Boothill Speedway. RaceOnTexas.com. As off of turn number 4, down the front stretch is all Lazy 8, who has been nothing less than dominant all year long, no matter the racetrack he checks into. So the former Open Wheel modified ace, now been in the Papa Ray Ingles car now for the entirety of this 2019 season, and paying a great tribute to Papa Ray Ingles as the Mad Hatter living up to his moniker tonight. The Lazy 8 is annihilating the Boothill Speedway service right now as he propels the 16, who rides back in second by about a half a straightaway. Hennigan still sits second, fending off the charge from the 27 of Mike Washburn. Washburn still sits third and is off at turn number 4. The 20 holds off the 25 of Baucom. Baucom rounding out the top 5. will go to the low line of the Boothill Speedway that time into 1 and 2. Vick Jr. trying to come on strong here, bringing the 57 of Dupont along with him. Dupont trying to get into the mix as well as the 4V. The 2 winningest drivers here this season as the caution flag comes out on the racetrack for the Gentle Giant Beasley and Tim Hornaday in the 15. The DeBerry, Texas racer driving the Lazy 8 for Papa Ray Ingles. Gonna lead Mike Washburn and Winnigan, Hennigan in row 2, Aisley and Baucom in row number 3. Or if you call it a row. So back underway on this restart. The 27 of Washburn got around the 16 of Chris Hennigan. So
Somebody want to jump out of the run?
So Mike Washburn appears that he has something tonight maybe for the Lazy 8 car. Washburn is set and got his head leaned in, and he is digging tonight. Washburn, second most wins here a season ago, only behind Vick Jr. as the Lazy 8 changed his line on the entry to turn number 3 that time to avoid the lap car that was exiting the racetrack going to the pit area. As down the front straightaway, the Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton, who found a home in this Pro Mod class this season, has not raced his class prior in his racing career until this 2019 campaign. And boy, as he showed up and showed out, has 6 wins down at the Showtime Speedway in Mania, Louisiana. Has 2 wins at Thunder Valley Speedway. As he rolls off into 1 and 2 with a win also at Arklatex and 3 wins here at Boot Hill. He has been dominant this year. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3, Mike Washburn. 5 wins a season ago, rolls off at turn number 4 in second. We'll see if Washburn in the McDonald's Connie's Hideaway Pizza Rib McDonald's sponsor number 27 has anything, and if the lap traffic will impede the progress of Lazy 8. Should be working down to it here. It's a 20 or 15 lap. So 20 laps the distance in your Pro Mod main event. And oh, right in front of the field. Good job to avoid that disaster for the Lazy 8, but that will bring out maybe, nope, we'll stay green. Send him to promoter school. As off of turn number 4, Tim Hornaday's on his way to promoter school now. The Lazy 8 with 5 laps to go, out front still with the race lead. Washburn tried to take advantage but could not walk through the threshold after Hornaday spun right in front of the nose of the Lazy 8. Washburn better go and go now. Tick-tock, the race clock goes into 1. 4 to go. 3 to go the next time by is Lazy 8. Your top 3 cars separated by about the same exact distance around the racetrack right now on the waning stages of this one. 3 to go.
I'll make it really fast.
I'm going to try to work.
Yeah, I'll throw it up to you.
I'm only getting here, you see, I got corners.
I will.
2 laps to go this time by for Lazy 8.
Where's that off?
Right here. Now let me hit here.
Coming down the back straightaway for the final time. It has been dominant all year long. Rolling off a 4-2, the checkered flag this time by from Deepberry, Texas. The Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton, scores the win tonight here at Boot Hill. Tribute to Hall of Famer of the Boot Hill Speedway, Lazy 8 of Papa Ray Ingles, who won his last race here back in 2002 at the age of 73 years old. He started off the year in 87, if you can see the old school 87, which Papa Ray drove the number 87 coupe here long before I was born. But getting ready to climb up. Give it up for him, race fans out of DeBerry, Texas. The Mad Hatter, Chase Hatton in victory lane. Let's get on this side for the Race on Texas cameras. Man, this thing, we'll make this quick. Late models are in the staging area. But, man, this thing has been so good for you this year, whether it's got the 87 or Lazy 8 on it. You got another one here tonight at Boot Hill, man. I know this will be pretty special.
Oh, definitely. Can't leave out Mr. Ray. You know, it's all his stuff. You know, IRP Racing, you know, we built a hell of a race car, guys. You know, if you want to go fast, it's a good way to get going.
Ingles Racing Performance, pretty quick. This has to make you especially proud. You just, shout out Papa Ray. I just told the race fans, added some context to what you were racing for this year. We're so good in the mod last year, but you moved over to this class. Do you ever expect to have this amount of success?
Definitely not. You know, last couple of years, Vic and Washburn, you know, they've been pretty quick. You know, and now we got Dupont and, Knighton. He got in here. He was quick. You know, so I just lucky to get it going as good as I did.
Does this make win number 11 for you this year?
I think it's number 10.
Number 10. Hey, outstanding. Anybody additional you want to thank?
Especially Mr. Ray. You know, he forks out the money every week. You know, tires, fuel, sheet metal whenever I tear the body up. Sorry for last night. You know, I wish I could have brought home a little bit more money, but it is what it is, I guess.
I guess you keep parking in Victor Lane. Mr. Ray will be all right with that. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen, from DeBerry, Texas, the Mad Hatter. Chase Hatton scores the win tonight, sitting in ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane.
Greatest fans in all of racing. Ladies and gentlemen of the Boot Hill Speedway, this is the Cop Cam Super Dirt Series presented by Lucas Oil. Wave at them, let them know you love them, let them know you're rooting for them, because $3,000 is on the line. We see 20 of the best here, but we are missing one of the greatest of the Arklatex region. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Ronnie Adams. As you were saying a while ago, you know, I can't remember a race here in the Arklatex area, especially here at Boot Hill, without rocking Ronnie Adams.
Certainly not. I just was thinking about that, surveying this field over, and I think it's the first time in my entire existence on planet Earth that I haven't been to Boot Hill Speedway. Ronnie Adams has been getting ready to take the green flag in the main event. You know, the good Lord's willing, he made the feature event that night. But, you know, hey, we believe Ronnie's going to seek it through the Lord. The good Lord's going to heal him and supernaturally heal him. And we believe that he is already healed. So, anyhow, we'll get ready
to start this one, and 10 more hungry cars behind them. They're going green, turn 3 and 4. The Cop Cam Super Dirt Series, presented by Lucas Oil for the second time in 2019 at Boot Hill Speedway, is underway. Great start for Frazier. He'll lead us into turn number 1. Raz are going to go side by side with John Mitchell. Mo Banks kind of stuck in the middle. Frazier will get a little bit of sideways. Here comes Hollywood Timothy Culp. Culp going to the outside of Raston. Here comes Jackson. Jackson showing why he's the current Midwest Sheet Metal marked man. A little bit of a bumper car is going down to the bottom. Bagley falls to third. Cope already to third in lap number 1.
The best start that the F1 of Brett Fraser could have looked for and hoped for as he jumps out front with a race lead here the first couple of laps. Wesley down the back straightaway. Here comes the Catman, John Mitchell. Looked like the F1 lost some power there to the midpoint of the back straightaway. No harm, no foul. He'll roll through 3, drift high, wide, and handsome off the exit of 4. F1 trying to hold on to it. The 5 of John Mitchell coming on. Here comes Hollywood Timothy Culp.
2 down, 38 to go. 2 laps complete, 38 to go. Catman, John Mitchell on the bottom. Fraser back to the top. Side by side down the back straightaway. Mitchell with the advantage. Fraser going to put it right up against the cushion. Back her up almost to the wall. Caution on the speedway, though.
Darn it. I don't know.
I believe we have a car over the berm over there in turns 1, 3, and 4. Brett Fraser, currently your leader. Delaware double file restart behind him. The Cop Cam Super Dirt Series presented by Lucas Oil for the second time at Boothill Speedway. 2 laps in, 38 to go. We're back underway. Fraser sideways on the start. Here comes Hollywood Timothy Culp. Culp already to the back bumper into turn number 1. Culp go to the cushion. Fraser going to slide up. Here comes Culp. Culp crosses him over. 3-car battle down the back straightaway. Hollywood Timothy Culp slider inbound. He closes the door on Fraser. Fraser crosses him over. Mitchell on the bottom. Culp to the lead. 3 down, 37 to go. Culp goes back to the top side. Fraser on the bottom. Fraser slides up. Almost gets into Culp. Not able to get there. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell to second. Beard following suit. He's going down to the inside of Fraser for the 3rd spot. Who's going to lead this time around? Lap number 4 in the books. Hollywood Timothy Culp still leads.
Amazing racing tonight here at the legendary quarter-mile dirt oval. Since 1973, the home of the Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship. Timothy Culp going to roll to the race lead here in his home state of Louisiana, repelling the driver who won his first ever late model race here in March of 2001. John Mitchell working the hub and working it well. Silent Assassin Kyle Beard trying to get on the podium again tonight. Wesley down the front straightaway. Brett Fraser going to the cushion now as Morgan Bagley, the victim, to drop out of the top 5 here. They're 2 by 2, but to 1 down the back straightaway.
Big mover. B.J. Robbins started inside row number 7. He's currently up to the 7th spot. Make it 6th on Overkramer. Fraser back to the cushion. He's not going away without a fight on Mitchell. Now Beard will go side by side with Brett Fraser. They're all over the back bumper of John Mitchell. Culp able to stretch his advantage just a little bit. Fraser with a heck of a run off of turn number 2. He's all over the right rear quarter panel. Gets into the wall down the back stretch. Not going to lift, though. Nothing's going to stop Fraser tonight. 7 down, 33 to go. Fraser on a tear, trying to figure out some way around the Catman.
Throw your aviators on, because here comes the jet, Brett Fraser. Down the back straightaway, he's going to set it top flight into turn number 3 to the outside of the Catman, John Mitchell. Cat scratch fever around the bottom side of the racetrack. I'll keep clawing and scratching. Right now is the F1 of Fraser trying to get it cooking back up top. And you know that he's going to have something. Bobby Pierce won tonight at I-80 Speedway. Can Brett Fraser knock down the right rear spoiler to win this one at Boot Hill?
2 car links in that battle for second. Now the gap. Kyle Beard runs the bottom. Culp about the only driver running a little bit different line than both of them. He runs the middle in turns 3 and 4 as we complete lap number 9. 9 down, 31 to go. 9 laps complete, 31 to go. The Cop Camp Super Dirt Series presented by Lucas Oil. Fraser with another great run off turn number 2. All over the right rear quarter panel of John Mitchell. Mitchell going to ride right around the Ute tires. You know, Ute tires are our driver's worst enemy. Here comes Tony Jackson Jr. He'll put Mobags out of the top 5. Battling all over the speedway, top to bottom, different lines being ran. Fraser with another great run. 3-car battle for the 2nd spot. Timothy Culp leading the way. He has been oh so close, had so many great runs over the years. Not able to ever close it out, but now he gets it. He's got the lead with 11 down, 29 to go. 3 wide for second. Beard on the bottom, Mitchell in the middle, Fraser up top. Beard going to drive her deep into turn number 3. Mitchell drives her just a little deeper. Fraser on the top side. Mitchell contact with Kyle Beard at the line. Mitchell still second, dead even for 3rd.
John Mitchell continues to hold on. He still go 3 wide for second. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. John Mitchell, the meat, the cheese, and the cracker right now. And here comes the F1 to the outside of the racetrack here at Boot Hill tonight. Back at his home racetrack, Brett Fraser down the boulevard into turn number 1. Now Tony Jackson Jr. wants to throw his hat in the ring and become a player in 56. Hustling off into turns 1 and 2. It's still Timothy Culp way out front now, residing out of Prattsville, Arkansas, the West Monroe, Louisiana native, annihilating the cushion here at Boot Hill, and has about a 5-car length advantage as Brett Fraser just drove it deep off into the corner that time through 3 and 4.
Fraser slips a little bit. Mitchell going to be able to work. Fraser still holds the advantage at the line. New 4th place guy. It's going to be Tony Jackson Jr. Jackson on the move. He goes to the inside of Mitchell. Gets chopped just a little bit coming off turn number 2. Culp on cruise control out front. He would love to see that rearview mirror them battling. Of course, no rearview mirror in a dirt late model. 4-car battle for the 2nd spot. Jackson runs forward. Now Beard to the cushion. Jackson trying to roll the bottom. Fraser jumps the cushion. Fraser now got Beard all over his back bumper. Tony Jackson Jr. trying to work his way into a podium position. Tony Jackson Jr. 3 wide for 3rd off of turn number 4. 16 laps complete, 24 to go. Culp back to the cushion in 1 and 2.
Culp's got the Bendings Heating Air Carrier sponsor number C8 car. He's got the rest of the field sweating tonight. They're going to need some of that good AC. He's off of turn number 4 of the C8 car. Timothy Culp, Hollywood, living up to his moniker. He is quick tonight here at the Boothill Speedway. Will we see lap traffic and bunch this top 6 up? Because right now they're underneath Grandma's quilt from second on back to 5th, Wesley, as they head down the back straightaway. Frazier not going to budge off the top shelf right now. It's Jackson getting by the 86 of the Silent Assassin. He rolls to the back bumper of John Mitchell off of turn number 4. Culp still leads by 6 car lengths.
Jackson going to get by Frazier that time, hold by about 3/4 of a car length down the front straightaway to turn number 1. Frazier, he is on dig mode all he can on the top side. Got to wonder if he might have burned up that right rear just a little bit. Culp, though, got 2 cars battling right in front of him in lap traffic. We are 1 short of the halfway point. 19 down, 21 to go. 19 down, 21 to go. B.J. Robinson starting to march his way. Maybe he's just outside him, getting into the top 5. Currently runs in the Bagley over the cushion in 1 and 2. Problems for the 14. Caution on the speedway. Problems for Morgan Bagley once again. What seemed like it had recovered his night after such a tough crash, and it has been a barn burner to say the least. Hollywood Timothy Culp, start at 6th, is your leader. He'll set the pace, fire off turns 3 and 4. And we are back underway at Boothill Speedway. Great start for Culp. Jackson going to be on the top side. Here comes Kyle Beard. Frazier falls to 5th, Beard to 4th. Jackson to the outside of Catman down the back straightaway. 56 and 5 putting on a show. B.J. Robinson in the 5th.
B.J. Robinson rolling like a yo-yo with no string now. He'll go to the outside of the Boothill Speedway and try to roll past the F1 of Frazier. He will. Down the boulevard into 1, side by side for 2nd. The Catman, John Mitchell, getting disposed of by the 56th, the former Mars Dirt Car champion, former MLRA champion, Tony Jackson Jr., trying to add a Cop Cams title to his plethora of victories and championships on the mantle in 2019. Culp getting reeled in now, Wesley, off of 4.
Tony Jackson Jr. on the move as we pass halfway. 21 down, 19 to go, 21 down, 9 to go. Charlie Culp pulls it to the infield. He's going to call it an end to his race. As Timothy Culp works down the back straightaway. Tony Jackson Jr. 2nd. John Mitchell 3rd. Kyle Beard 4th. B.J. Robinson now rolls the bottom. He'd been up top all race long in the 5th spot. Oberkramer and Frazier battling it out for 6th. Looney now battles out for the 8th position. He's going to make it 3 wide with Oberkramer and Frazier. Thinks better of it. Lets off just a little bit. Jackson going back to the hub. Culp run in the middle. Come around this side to complete lap number 23. 17 laps remain.
The one to keep your eyes on is the orange number 1 for the DP Motorsports entry. B.J. Robinson is rolling now. He's rolling around the hub of the racetrack, quick, fast, and in a hurry. He rolls up to 5th in the 1 car. Kyle Beard sits 4th in car number 86 from Truman, Arkansas. The 5 of John Mitchell sits 3rd. Tony Jackson getting reeled back in by John Mitchell now off of turn number 4, Wesley into 1. Here comes the Catman. First time he's put his car to the outside of the racetrack.
Exactly. I was about to say, who found the cushion now? It's none other than the Catman, John Mitchell. Oberkramer starting to make his way toward the top 5. He's going to look at the inside of the 1 of B.J. Robinson. Robinson slides up the track. Oberkramer has a great run off turn number 4. Catman, John Mitchell. They're almost side by side in turns 1 and 2. Mitchell goes up, tries to find the cushion. Jackson bobbles just a little bit. He's all over the back bumper of Jackson, the right rear, going into turn number 3. Timothy Culp on cruise control out front. 26 down, 14 to go.
Both drivers are out front 1 and 2 right now. Need this for their confidence, Wesley. Into 1. John Mitchell been kind of on a slump himself here around the Arklatex, racing his mod and the late model when he gets the opportunity to hop behind the cockpit of that Black Diamond. As Timothy Culp as well, struggled a little bit this year. Been racing his IMCA modified on Friday nights, and he certainly would love to get into victory lane. It'd be a huge shot in the arm for his race team right now.
27 down, 13 to go, 27 down, 13 to go. Jackson struggling on the bottom again. Mitchell with a heck of a run. Here comes the silent assassin, Kyle Beard. 4 cars under blanket once again in a battle for the 2nd spot. Beard has started to run a very different line. Kind of enters about 3/4 of the way up the track and diamonds off. He has closed in on those 2 guys right in front of him very quickly. Now Beard goes to the cushion in 1 and 2. Mitchell almost jumps it as Jackson holds the advantage for the 2nd position. Coming up on lap traffic, though, we saw that almost become a factor last night. Can Culp get through him? 29 down, 11 laps remain. Culp back to the cushion on 1 and 2.
As Jackson Jr. starting to mount another charge for the 2nd position down the back straight of the high side momentum for the Catman. John Mitchell looks to pay dividends as he approaches turn number 3 on the entry. At 86, diamonds off the exit of corner number 4 as Alan Tippin, former super late model competitor in the Southern Young Professional Racing Series, looked to bring out a caution. He does not, will stay green. 71 for Ricky Jowers Motorsports pulls it down to the infield as here comes the lap traffic for C8 of Hollywood Timothy Culp. Will it impede his progress, Wesley, off of 4?
Reed's going to slow to the infield here. Not sure if he's going to be it. We're going to keep it going, though. Going to stay green. Culp will get by the 6 of Beach. Reed pulls it to the infield. Hollywood Timothy Culp leading the way. Frazier stopped in turn number 4. The bad luck continues for the F1. Caution on the speedway. With time by, Culp will set the pace. Comp Chem Super Dirt Series feature event action here at the Boothill Speedway is back underway. Great start for Culp. Jackson's going to clear the 5. Beard and Overkramer go side by side. We'll go 3 wide for third. Beard and Overkramer make contact. Here comes B.J. Robinson. B.J. Robinson makes it 3 wide for the 4th spot. Mitchell goes back to the hub. Culp running the middle. And Tony Jackson Jr. runs the bottom. 8 laps remain. Jackson's coming fast.
56 marching for the race lead. Right now he'll roll the hub and roll it well here at Boot Hill tonight. The Sienna Timothy Culp has not budged from that top shelf for the entirety of this race as we're working down to it, to the final few circuits that count the most. Off of turn number 4, Tony Jackson Jr. may have a nose up on him this time by at the line. Give it to C8 by about a half of a car length into turn number 1.
7 laps remain in this one. Hollywood Timothy Culp goes back to the cushion in 1 and 2. Can he keep it clean? Stay right up on it. Going into turn number 3, Jackson almost pulls even. He's back to the left 3/4 panel of Timothy Culp. Culp slides up. Jackson's got a run at the line. Half a car length that time. 6 laps remain. We could just have us a last lap moment here as Hollywood Timothy Culp going to pull the advantage to 2 car lengths. Jackson not going away. He'll go right around the Uke tires. No one better at dodging the Ukes and staying fast. 5 laps to go here at the Boothill Speedway.
It would only be fitting to have a thrilling finish after the racing that we've been treated to here tonight, each and every race, including the B-Main. And an absolute phenomenal night here at the Comp Chem Super Dirt Series late models, putting on a show here for the great race fans of Greenwood tonight. As off of 4, Timothy Culp still leads in his home state. The Missouri native trying to show me what he got right now. Tony Jackson Jr. holding off the Texan right now, John Mitchell.
Jackson has lost a lot of ground. Got to wonder what happened to him. Might have burned it up. Maybe have a tire going flat. He did suffer damage earlier on. It's inning. 3 laps left for Hollywood Timothy Culp. Culp going back to the cushion in 1 and 2. All he's got to do is stay clean. He's got a pretty sizable advantage. Almost half a straightaway down the back stretch. Over the 56 of primetime Tony Jackson. Great run for the 5 of John Mitchell as well. Jackson's still falling off. 2 laps left here at the Boothill Speedway.
Timothy Culp riding the outside of the Boothill Speedway with reckless abandon, throwing all caution to the wind at this juncture of the race. It'll be a white flag coming out this time by Wesley. What an absolute night of racing here with the super late models at Boot Hill. Bring us home from Greenwood tonight.
1 lap left. White flag in the air. $3,000. Can Culp hold on to it? Lap traffic doesn't appear like it's going to be a problem. Down the backstretch, half a straightaway advantage. John Mitchell and Kyle Beard going to fight it out. Ain't going to matter through turns 3 and 4. Your winner at the Boothill Speedway, the Louisiana boy, Timothy Culp. Primetime Tony Jackson Jr. comes home 2nd. John Mitchell 3rd. Kyle Beard 4th. Mason Overkramer rounds out your top 5. Well, he's a Louisiana boy at heart, put on a heck of a show, raced all over this track. Unstrapping from the car, got his helmet off, wait for him to climb from it. The man who is now $3,000 richer, going to be a much better drive back to Prattsville tonight in the Bennings Heat and Air Carrier Rocket XR1 chassis. Your winner, Hollywood Timothy Culp. Heck of a race. A lot of respect here between drivers. Heck of a race, Timothy. Now, you used every inch of this racetrack, but you were right up against the cushion where you expect you to be. What does it mean to win right here in your home area of Louisiana?
Well, I guess all my Facebook posts finally paid off. We had a pretty big lift up there tonight, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, you had a great run. You've kind of struggled a little bit this year, not been able to figure the car just out. Brand new car, but tonight you had it hooked up.
Yeah, these little bull rings, the stop and go, slick stuff's never been my deal, but we get where we can carry a little speed around, something, match on the motor a little bit. I usually do pretty good, so hopefully they keep watering these tracks a little bit.
Yeah, great run tonight. Built a lot of momentum, gained a little bit of points on that guy behind it. Did you hear him coming?
We're not really worried about the points. We're just here to win races. So as long as we just keep winning races, the points will take care of themselves.
All right, your feature winner tonight. Congratulations once again to Hollywood, Timothy Cole. Now, Tony, you did everything you could there. A second place finish, not too shabby as well. But did you have anything for that guy?
Oh, he was pretty good. You know, I've got something bent in my left front from that heat race, and we changed a bunch of stuff. And then I was pretty decent, but I don't know if my right front shock gave out or what, but the right front wouldn't stay down there about the last 5 laps. So we'll just, it's a good point night, I guess.
Yeah, good point night. You're still the points leader. What kind of happened there at the beginning? You faded at first, then you kind of drove back through the pack, fell back to about 7th, 8th, almost 9th, and then you come back to 2nd.
Yeah, well, you know, Timmy's always good on this kind of stuff, so we set up and kind of knew we was going to run the bottom the whole night. It was kind of slimy there at first, and I really couldn't get going, so we had to wait for it to come in.
Yeah, great run for you, continuing the momentum. First last night, second tonight, prime time, Tony Jackson Jr. There he is. Tough luck last night. Tonight, I think you redeemed yourself. You had the crowd on their feet. They were cheering for you. You were so close to getting a win for your hometown fans.
Yeah, we were better tonight than we was last night. It just didn't go real good, but yeah, we're getting better. We've been struggling a little bit with this car here, but we've been working on it, trying to get it better.
Yeah, great run tonight. You were up against the cushion. You kind of bounced off of it a couple times. What was the key to being up there?
Just trying to keep that momentum. I seen Culp go up there, and I stayed around at bottom as long as I could. So, you know, just moving around. You know, I don't want to run third. I want to win these things.
Yeah, absolutely. But a great run tonight. Third place finished your Catman, John Mitchell.
Dylan Spear, the $5,000 winner 2 weeks ago here at Boothill in the 5,000 Battle of Boothill. Dylan Spear from Marshall in car number 22, Magnum. Laxton in car number 9. The lights are going out for 20 laps of distance. Ingles and Grigsby start this up from the front row tonight. On demand on raceontexas.com. We're underway at Boothill. Jason Ingles had a good race car all weekend long. He ended up going home victorious for $1,000, or $2,500 rather, in the factory stock main event, driving the 81 that Cody Myers has been driving. So off for 4, we're underway here in your limited modified main event. Derrick Grigsby gets the much better start this time. He'll hustle to the race lead down the back straightaway. We got more problems in turns 1 and 2. Send them all to promoter school. Wow, somehow, some way we'll stay under the green. Half the field wrecked in turn 1. Half the field wrecked, but we stayed green. They all kept it rolling, and now the caution comes out. We'll try it again. A re-rack and stack start for the 3rd time. Jason Ingles and the Marshall Missile on the front row. We're underway. We got a racetrack tonight off of turn number 4. Here comes Derrick Grigsby to the race lead. He's going to tell you about half a gas whisker. By half of a nose, the 69 Marshall Illuminato entry. He screams with the race lead down the back straightaway. Trying to race and fight tooth and nail with his chassis builder, Jason Ingles now. Ingles, the fabricator of Ingles Racing Performance, hustles along the inside of one of his good friends, Derrick Grigsby, as they're putting on a show at Boot Hill. I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter the class. Doesn't matter the drivers tonight. Pick a couple of them, put job balls on the racetrack, and I guarantee you they're out there waging a war. And right now, for the spot that counts the most, it's Ingles working to the inside of the 69 of the Marshall Missile. But Grigsby sent it back off into 1 and 2 with the race lead in 6-9. Needs this one tonight. Led 19 laps of the main event the week prior to the 5,000 Battle of Boot Hill, and broke late. On a late race restart, went to the Heartbreak Hotel instead of ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane. Andy Davidson into the mix. How about Doug Vick Jr. driving Leo Noble's number 54, sitting in 5th. The lights are going to go back out, and we're back underway off of turn number 4. Back down the stretch into 1. Here comes Ingles up top. Down the back straightaway. Grigsby leads them. The former pair of Louisiana State Dirt Track Championship winners lead the herd off of 2 down the back straightaway. Jason Ingles has a run. Here he comes. Down the back straightaway into 3. Here comes Jason Ingles on the inside for the race lead. Grigsby repels him for now off of turn number 4. The name Motorsports East Texana, Regan, Mr. Plummer, Moran, Trucking, McTools, Bob Bradley, number 12. Gonna go to the top shelf of the hill, lose a little bit of bite that time. 69 puts a car length on him. Down the back stretch into turn number 3. Grigsby on a ball tonight. Off of turn number 4. Down the straightaway he comes into 1. 69 still leads, 12 and 26. Nania Davidson holding off the 54 Doug Vick Jr. Here comes Ingles back to the inside for the race lead. Back down the back straightaway into 3. And right now, Jason Ingles getting busier than a couple of moss in a mitten. And turn number 3, the 12 of Ingles. All over the rear deck lid, a 69 for the top spot. Still cannot get the job done as he hustles back into turns 1 and 2. Jason going to step it a little bit higher that time, and here he comes. He executed very well off the exit of 2. He'll try to get that run into 3, does not find it. He'll still pull close enough for striking distance to the back bumper of 69 for the race lead. Here comes Ingles now. He'll drop down to the bottom of the racetrack that time, show some more love to 69. Grigsby says, hey, I've been here before. I like it. I love it. He knows each and every one of these wins are always competitive and never given, always earned. As 69 leads here at his home racetrack, trying to get back to ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane. As he has got the Marshall Lubin Auto 69 IRP chassis digging tonight. Setting down the back straightaway with a sight set on turn number 3. Dawson now being a victim of the 90 of Davidson as he'll surpass him and go to 3rd. Davidson out of West Monroe has been nothing less than impressive in his Western Flyer chassis built by Curtis Allen since joining this class several seasons ago. The former Open World Modified Ace is relegated to 26th to 4th now as he is in the clutches of the 54 Doug Vick Jr. And that's number 3. Will this one go caution free from the last point after 3 green-white checkered restarts? Oh, not sorry. Original restarts, not GWCs. This one has gone pretty well under the green flag. As right now, Grigsby appears that he has the best hot rod of the bunch. It's 4.5 laps to go when he meets the midpoint of the back straightaway. I know we don't count half laps, but we do every now and then. Into 3. Half the laps only counts like horseshoes and hand grenades, they say. Just like if ifs and buts and all that stuff. All right, if Derrick Grigsby can lead the 20th lap tonight, he did in fact lead 19 of them a few weeks ago. So here's the deal with Derrick. His bad luck has just gone so far south as of late that, boy, we're not going to hold anything but our breath here until he's coasting off a 4 to see the checkered flag. As right now he appears and he has the best hot rod of the bunch. He's driven a flawless race as he has repelled everything that the 12 of Jason Ingles has thrown at him to this juncture of the race. It'll be 2 to go this time by for the driver out of Marshall, Texas. Derrick Grigsby hustles into 1. And you got to think that Derrick's thinking behind the cockpit of the car is, come on, man, just get there. Because he's probably told himself that he was about to go to victory lane and it just did not happen over the last year. Down the front straightaway to the white flag. The driver who began racing here back in the early 2000s, the son of the great Wes Grigsby. The 3rd generation racer in the 69 from Marshall, Texas. Give him a hand. The Marshall Missile goes back to ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane at Boot Hill tonight, and he is going to be fired up for this one tonight. Second, we'll go to the 12 of Jason Ingles. Third, J.D. Davidson. So his first win here in over a year. Everyone left the house. Y'all be sure to give him a big round of applause here in a moment when he climbs out of the car. The driver of the Ingles Racing Performance, Marshall Lubinato, True Love Law Firm, One Call Staffing, 5-star builders. Give it up for the Marshall Missile, Derrick Grigsby in 69. You worn out?
I wasn't sure where to go.
Get your water real quick. Meet me on this side of the car here for Race on Texas cameras. Man, I told the fans it's been about a year since you've been to Victory Lane here, and man, you've been trying at it. You led 19 laps a few weeks ago. Ingles ended up going to Victory Lane. You went to the Heartbreak Hotel instead, but man, I know it feels good to get back here.
Oh man, you know it does. Like you said, it's been tough lately. Just some terrible draws, to bad luck, to car not handling like I wanted. This thing was a bare frame Monday, and I can't thank my dad and Paul enough. Dad almost passed out today working on it. I was just so hot. I can't thank him enough. I can't even remember my damn sponsors not on the car tonight. JCT Auto Sales.
Call Staffing.
Oh man, First Call Staffing. True Love Law Firm. Roscoe Glides. Wade's Paint and Body, McLeod's Towing, Marshall Lubinato. I think that's all.
There you go. Hey man, I tell you what, how hard is it not to kind of get down on yourself? You've went through this. You've been along the sport for long enough now. You went through some skids in your racing career, where you thought maybe you wouldn't get back to Victory Lane. How hard is it just to not get too far into how you feel about it throughout the week? You got to come back out here and execute again. Your son Ty's in Victory Lane. Ty Grigsby's in Victory Lane now. That makes it even more special right there, doesn't it?
Little man over there, Jagger, I'm sure he's asleep. He didn't make it, but he knows I love him. But yeah, like you were saying, man, it's tough. I mean, it makes you want to hang it up, to tell you the truth. I came really close a couple times, but everybody just stuck behind me. Sponsors, family, Megan, my beautiful wife, putting up with me being in a crappy mood. I can't thank them enough.
Hey, just last thing real quick. To win at this racetrack, though, I mean, to get your, snap a winless streak, I mean, I know you'd love it to come here, but anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, man. This is my home track. It broke my heart not to make that big race a couple weeks ago. And we decided just to regroup and do something different, and I think this thing's going to be pretty good.
It was pretty good tonight. Well-earned, well-deserved victory for you tonight, Derrick. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank y'all for coming out.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. The Marshall Missile, Derrick Grigsby, back in ABC Auto Parts Victory Lane. It's little Mike Hudson's on the pole with the 18 of Chris Perkins to the outside. The 14 is Chris Collier outside of 2. Dalton Vines. 10-year-old, now 11 tomorrow. Toby Davis inside of row number 3. Ben McDuff to the outside of row number 3. The 199 is Big Mike Hudson. The 9 is Laxton. And the 05 is Luke Dupont. Re-rack and stack start. It'll be little Mike Hudson trying to get his 3rd win here on the year. Became the first repeat winner at our last event. On the front row. And Davis creeping. Uh-oh, they're going 3 wide. And they're going to go 4 wide. Look out, Brittany Graham. Brittany Graham thought better of it. And Toby Davis just drifted it off in there. It's wild. factory stock main event to go. And those two should be fantastic tonight. As this one should be too, the finale of it. We'll see what happens. Only 4 laps are scored in it. 4 scored as we get ready to relight the candles to get the party restarted. We're back underway off of turn number 4. Back underway off of turn number 4. Hudson will lead them off of turn number 2. They try to go 3 wide for second there just for a moment. Oh, look out. Big Mike Hudson went for a stroll, and he went for a roll down through the infield. As right now, it's still little Mike Hudson out front with the race lead here at the Hill tonight. So headed down the front straightaway into turn number 1, the 99 of little Mike Hudson, fending off the challenge from Texarkana racer Dalton Vines. Vines continues to roll in the second position now into turn number 3. As the green stays on, here comes the BC. A Brewer off the exit of turn number 4. They really make contact with the 14 of Collier for third. Collier using a lesson learned from his father. Down the back straightaway, repelling the triple X of Brittany Graham. Brittany Graham and the 14 putting a bumper and around. He did not go. All kinds of beating and banging going on for third. Eddie Brewer does not succumb to pressure. As Collier's beating the back door off of him. As we're down the front straightaway now. Brittany Graham trying to get by the youngster in the 14. The white flag is out, the final trip around the racetrack. And little Mike Hudson rolling through turns 1 and 2. Headed down the back straightaway for the final time. Oh, here we go, folks. It's going to heat up on the final lap. Lap traffic going to bottle this one up to the final time, coming into 3 and 4. Steve Mckeecher up in front. They're going to drag race to the line. Oh, my goodness, like Darlington in 02 in NASCAR. Dalton Vine wins it. That looked like Darlington in 02 with Kurt Busch and Ricky Craven. What the hell just happened? I was in 03. Leave me alone. And that had to have been pretty exciting for all of you folks sitting in the stands, because Dalton Vines says that he will not be denied tonight. And the lap traffic really impeding the progress for little Mike Hudson, who led 19 laps, but he didn't lead the final one that counted the most. Give him a hand, race fans, from Texarkana, Dalton Vines in victory lane. Well, Dalton, I'm trying to get out of here on me. Hey, man, that was a pretty exciting finish. I mean, look, you just took advantage of what was given to you there. Lap traffic bottled up the leader there. You tried to fit it through. You made a little bit of contact, but, I mean, you're going for the win. What would you see from your vantage point?
Well, I knew, like, 2 laps to go. I seen the lap traffic coming up on us, and I knew that was the only way I was going to be able to get him was if he got blocked. So when we got into turn 4, or coming out of turn 4, I kind of took my advantage as I seen him get blocked by the red, and I stuck my nose below him to where he can't cut down, and it worked out for me.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't drive in there to wreck. I mean, y'all both finished and drove across the line. I mean, it's a pretty wild finish, though. It had to be pretty thrilling, but, I mean, he showed some displeasure on the back straightaway, so just asking what you saw from your vantage point. Just hard racing out here is what it appeared to be as well.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a hard racing. He let me know he was there. I let him know I was there. he pulled back over and gave me a thumbs up, told me good job. So that's kind of like racing I like.
And that's good to know. See, I was totally wrong about maybe reading his body language in the race car. But Little Mike's he's a sportsman. That's fun racing. I mean, that's what we come out for, is put on a show for these great fans out here. Thanks for a great finish. That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I tried my hardest. I want to thank Poor Boy Racing, all my teammates that helped me out. I want to thank Boothill, all the fans for coming out tonight.
Great run tonight, man. Congratulations. Well-earned, well-deserved win for you tonight, Dalton.
Appreciate it.
Dalton Vine scores the win tonight. Hey, folks, last weekend, I've been calling the races on Friday nights at Texarkana, and this young man here, along with Jesse outside, the Performance Automotive Transmission Center number 27 of Joshua Greenwald from Greenwood, the 111 of Clay Atwood. 10,000 on the line here in 3 weeks, and tonight, with the late models in the house and a big field of factory stocks, 36 of them are checked in. We're going to find out who's got the baddest hot rod of the bunch. They'll roll into turns 1 and 2 for the first time here tonight. Who gets the whole shot on this one going to be so very important. And here comes the reigning $10,000 winner, the King of the Hill. Whitehead, early, going to throw his hat into the ring, and he'll go to the inside of the F5. 3 wide for the race lead off of turn number 4. 3 wide for the race lead off of 4. Whitehead, early, going to throw his hat all the way officially into the ring now. He'll pull even to the F5. F5's momentum on the outside of Skeet Amison works at his advantage. Amison and 36J. Well, look out, Whitehead. Washed up the racetrack a little bit. No harm, no foul. He'll stay committed to the back deck lid of the F5 for the race lead. Rolling back off into 1 and 2. Third is done with 007 of Yount, the 12 of Bo Perry, fending off a charge. And here comes Triple X of Sean Graham. Sean Graham trying to throw his hat into the mix as well. Off of 4. Down the front stretch into turn number 1. It's going to be 36J of Whitehead putting the pressure on him now as he heads off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Graham showing some strength here as well. Here comes Whitehead. Ski. Oh, and they make a little bit of contact. A little bit of slight kiss of contact that time. As Whitehead gets by, 36J gets by F5 in this one. Down the back straightaway off of turn number 2 as they head off into 3. Sean Graham around, he goes in 1. Through the scenic route through the infield goes Triple X. Rolling through 3. Here comes the F5 for the race lead. Here comes the F5 of Skeet Amison. Can't get the job done that time. Back off into 1. Whitehead set on dig now, all out front. Trying to get out of the clutches of F5 as Yount still fending off a charge from the 12 of Perry. Yount was very impressive at the factory stock 50, and he is duplicating that kind of a performance again here tonight with the 36 car field on hand. A great night to get tuned up for the big 10,000 win, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd here for the King of the Hill. Whitehead doing 36J things again here tonight. As it'll be tough for anyone to get in here. It's one thing to get there, and it's one thing to make the pass complete. As Whitehead sings it around the top shelf of the Boothill Speedway. F5 of Amison, though, keeping him honest. Outlaw race cars. 1, 2, 3 right now with the first laser chassis built by Glenn Perry, with his son of the house car in the 12 sitting in 4th. Down the boulevard they head back up into 1. The 27 of Greenwald. 1 spot out of the top 5 and 6. 7th is the 34 Jr. Josh Daugherty trying to get his 2nd win here of the year. Mckeecher back in 8th. And the battle for 10th is the Neil Kemp at Club 20, the 81 of Cody Myers with Jody Prince there flanked to his inside. And around goes Yount. The great performance. Just got a fork stuck into it. And he resurfaced onto the racetrack right there where the Triple X was. Sean Graham merely caught some more bad luck. I was standing up there because I could hear the mic. Yeah, it's pretty fast. He's fast everywhere. Last night at Texarkana 67 Speedway, Justin Whitehead came home 2nd in the factory stock main event as Brandon Brown, coming out of the same shop there in Hooks, Texas, the Outlaw Chassis Fabrication Shop. Whitehead gave him everything that he was worth, but was not able to get the job done. He and Brandon raced fearlessly over at Texarkana as an outstanding run tonight for Skeet Amison. Amison has needed a run like this to just show that he still got the speed and the old fella can get the job done. I'm not calling you old, Skeet, by any means. The battle for 3rd is a good one. They're 3 wide for third. It's Josh Greenwald in car number 27, the 34 of Josh Daughtry, the 12 of Perry. And the caution comes out. Great. Going back green, Justin Whitehead on the point with Bo Perry now. Along the inside of Amos into the F5. We're back on our way here at the hill. Rolling off of 4, down the front straightaway, back into 1. It's still 36J out front, minding his own business in this one to this juncture. No one has brought him any kind of company. So down the back straightaway, approaching turn number 3. 36J leads here at the hill. Never will be a race night, it seems, since particularly in 2012 when he got on this tear he's been on now for season after season after season. Just doesn't ever seem that a night that you're going to find this 36J car off his game. I mean, it's unbelievable. Austin, when's the last time 36J you saw him off his game? I don't know either. Into 1. Factory stock is digging. Limited started off pretty strong for him this year. But all the while down the back straightaway, the 12 of Bo Perry just got snookered up out of the groove, and all of a sudden the 27 of Greenwald's the third, and he's working on second. A log jam back here off of turn number 4 as they roll down underneath the flag stand. The Club 20 of Neil Kemp and the 81 of Myers trying to roll his way towards the front. Josh Greenwald. Breakout driver, a season ago in the factory stock division off of turn number 4. Greenwald working with 2 to go. Already 2 laps to go in this one. They get ready to hustle. Who's going to get the second spot now? It appears, barring a mechanical failure or catastrophe for 36J, this was all going to be the ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane, owned by 36J of Justin Whitehead tonight. Final trip as he heads off into 1 underneath the white flag. Final time down the back straightaway to turn number 3. It will be another dirt track Saturday night and another victory thrown into the history books. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Whitehead goes back to Victor Lane here at Boothill Speedway on another Saturday night special. Tuned up for the 10,000 win to try to go back to back. Won that one for the first time in his career last year, after suffering some heartbreak in that particular event. But it's another Saturday night special, and 36J is back in victory lane here. Finished second last night in the factory stock to Brandon Brown. Won the limited modified main event at 67 Speedway. And over 36 factory stocks tonight here at Boot Hill. 36J wins over 36 factory stocks. Justin Whitehead and ABC Auto Parts Victor Lane. Come on, Boot Hill, y'all give him a round of applause. Whitehead wins the factory stock main event tonight. Justin, the car was, you know, it's been a pretty good night, though. Pretty outstanding racing, man. This thing was just set on dig tonight.
Man, they had an awesome track. I had to have enjoyed all the heat races. The late model races were awesome. Hats off to Ricky and Tim for a great show. Couldn't thank them enough.
You getting tuned up for the big 10,000?
That's actually why we're here. We'll probably come next week, try a few things, but I got to thank Brandon Brown. He came with me tonight and helped me out a lot, so hope we're getting better.
A few folks asked why you didn't bring the limited, I assume because it felt so good last night. I didn't need to touch it tonight.
Quite honestly, it's still pretty, and I want to look at it for another week.
I hear you. New wrap does look pretty good, man. Let's hear about all the great folks that help you out.
My wife, Sarah, of course, W&W Timber, Borderloin Septic, Hadaway Towing, Race on Texas, C&D Mechanical, Thompson Motorsports, Superior Graphics for the badass wraps, Pro One, A&T Delivery, Sames Ford, like I said, Brandon, Ben, of course, for all his hard work. We pretty much make him do everything. And Best Engines, of course. You asked on Facebook the other day you wanted a slick racetrack. I think you got your wish in Boot Hill in 67 last night. I got my wish tonight, and it sounds like Colt got his too. He got him a cushion to run on. Congratulations, Justin. Thank you. Justin Whitehead from Hooks, Texas scores the victory tonight here at Boot Hill. Row should be interesting with Hennigan on the outside. Mcmillan and Hennigan from the front row. The pair of East Texas racers put their foot through the floorboard.
With David Williams up the two-time reigning track champion, the Louisiana native going to start inside of row number 2 on the back bumper of 14Z. They hustle off into 1 for the first time tonight. Down the back straightaway, approaching turn number 3. It's going to be Chris Hennigan jumping out to the early advantage. Chris Hennigan rolling the middle lane of the Boothill Speedway, and he's rolling it very well into 1. Similar to the previous race with 36J of Whitehead gets out front, it is very hard to get up in there and run down Chris Hennigan for 1. And then number 2, it's Chris Hennigan going to relight the fire off of turn number 4 and get your modified A-main back underway. Our final race of the night here at the Boothill Speedway. Hustling back off into 1 and 2. Mcmillan lost a little bit of side bite. They go 3 wide for second. 3 wide, and here comes Manuel Williams the second. MW3. What? And Mcmillan just got turned right in front of the 12 of Ingles, and they get straightened back out somehow, some way, continue to roll. Somehow continue to roll on the racetrack with no debris coming off of either of those race cars. So they head down the front straightaway with Chris Hennigan out front minding his own business. And that's been the story here, and the caution flag will come out. So the 16 of Win Again Hennigan looking to live up to his moniker tonight. Get out of here. All right. That's how you dish your dad in front of everybody right there. I love that dude to death, so I'm just kidding. But that was just, if I could have got that video to show my mom, she'd be like, she would have driven her crazy because she already says he's hard of hearing, so. I said all right, back on the way in your modified main event here at the Hill. Down the front stretch into one, Chris Hennigan leads them. As for everyone watching on Race on Texas, unfortunately, the button doesn't always stay green. If you know what I mean. Down the front stretch into turn number one, it's Chris Hennigan leading this one by a sizable margin now in car number 16 of the CNC Oilfield Services Panel Trust Raw-Luz Lemon Auto Rick Sis Performance GRT chassis at number 16. Hennigan off of turn number 4 with about a 7-car length lead over the 21 of the reigning 2-time champion here of David Winslet. Facing all kinds of adversity tonight. Had a good run in the limited modified division of Jason Ingles, the owner and fabricator of Ingles Racing Performance out of Longview. As Ingles has had some run-ins tonight and several deals on the racetrack, but he has kept the car in one piece. May have some sheet metal to knock out this week, but nonetheless, the 12 car has been rolling. Jason won around this weekend's date a year ago. It was actually July the 28th, so next weekend's action, he won a thriller here over the 16 of Chris Hennigan. And down the front stretch of blowing up and going up in smoke is the 00 of Danny Dowdett. All right. It's a good time up here every now and then. So it's 16 of Chris Hennigan. And the final few laps of this main event tonight, we'll see if he can hold on. He should be able to, but hey, that's why we run the entire 20-lap distance, and we're back underway off of 4. Chris Hennigan gonna lead him. The 21 got snookered by the 12 of Jason Ingles. Ingles now down the back straightaway. Can Jason Ingles get in here and steal one from Chris? Boy, that would be a shot in the arm and a boost of confidence for the car number 12. As Winslet, though, still keeping the 12 honest as they roll back into 1 and 2. Come on, man. Jesus. And we'll find out what happens is Jason Ingles. Okay. So Jason Ingles again gets the best of the 21 of Winslet. He goes to work, and I tell you what, we've seen the Hennigans and Ingles duke it out here at Boothill many a times over the last several years, or centuries. For centuries they've been going on here in Greenwood. No, for the last several decades anyway, the 12 and 16 cars have gone at it with last names of Hennigan and Ingles, and tonight we got another one maybe getting ready to be a shootout because Jason Ingles has a hot rod tonight. He's worked in this one from, I believe, 8th starting position, and he rolls trying to pull to the back spoiler of the 16 to Chris Hennigan with 5 laps to go. Down the back straightaway off of turn number 2. Ingles a little high, wide, and handsome that time off the exit of corner number 2 in the 12 car. He'll roll into turn number 3 and try to get as close as he can to the 16 of Hennigan. Hennigan just so stuck and glued. It's 2 laps to go. My mistake. It wasn't 5. So 2. At 1.5 when he meets the midpoint of the back straightaway, Chris Hennigan got it hung all the way out up top. Enough to repel the 21 of David Winslet, but not enough to muster up enough momentum to run down the 16 of Chris Hennigan. Back to what we were saying. Hard to run down Grigsby, hard to run down Whitehead, and hard to run down Hennigan. But they run all the way up to 2nd, but just couldn't walk through their back doors tonight. And we love serving you at this racetrack, and we always look forward to some great racing and many more Saturday nights. So we'll see you here the next couple of weeks as we get ready to go for the final few laps of the night here. Chris Hennigan tried to feel some pressure from the 12 car that time. Ingles has a run down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. Chris trying to get through there. Washed up a little bit there off of exit for the first time, but double checkers out. Chris Hennigan wins at Boothill.
I think we still got carnage after.
Chris Hennigan's been on a tear this year, which is typically the case, but I think this is 6 maybe in a row for him. Well, for everyone left in the house headed out, y'all give a round of applause to Chris Hennigan at 16. What is that, Chris?
rod.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I said, is that a rod? Oh, it's right there in the middle of the track.
Somebody's got some aluminum rods.
Yeah, somebody's got some aluminum rods. Hey, man, this car was just set on kill again tonight here at Boothill. This racetrack was very good tonight. Ingles tried to do something there late. I know that you were probably getting ready to get out and maybe get a drink of water after this one. Quite a few cautions in that one, but man, the car was just good right where you left off the last time you were here.
Yeah, it's been pretty good all year, so hopefully we can just keep it up.
Last time we talked, I know you've driven Donnie's car over at 67, in a different, sanction anyway. So this car has been, I don't even know. Do you touch this thing during the week?
No, I very seldom work on it. It's been so good. Morgan Bagley helped me out a bunch, and it's been good ever since.
Yeah, it sure has, man. And I think kind of a late night, so all the folks are headed out, but way down to the final whistle. But may take until 1:40 in the morning. We had a bunch of cars in the house tonight, but nonetheless, I know it is always special to win here at Boothill.
Yeah, it was a good turnout, I think, and we had fun.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about. You got both of your kids in Victory Lane tonight.
Yeah,
You want to hear about? Let's hear about all the folks that help you out real quick. I'll give you an opportunity to thank your sponsors on Race on Texas.
Career Search, Superior Graphics, Rick Sis, Morgan Bagley, Marshall. Let's see. I guess Panel Trust, Rallo's, Hennigan Construction, Southern Roofing, J&J Motorsports, and CNC Oilfield.
Congratulations, Chris.
Thanks.
Chris Hennigan from Marshall, Texas, scores your open wheel modified win tonight. Again, fans, we thank y'all so much. Austin Dupont out front with the lead in car number 57. Austin Dupont out front with the lead right now on car number 57 over the 90 of Tommy Treweek. Tommy, the number one crewman for Jody Davidson. As Tommy rolling pretty good. Right in front of him goes the 58 of Justin Carpenter. Look out, Austin Dupont. Austin did not need a stop there. How far can Dupont go? We'll see. It's the 9J of Laxton trying to work on Tommy Treweek for the race lead. Working down to it. This will officially be the final few laps of this race night. Got to put some respect on these beginners tonight, as they're trying to put on a show. Here comes Dupont, trying to feel like he's getting back to take what's rightfully his. Dupont in the 57, trying to get back into the mix now. 57 down the back straightaway. Austin Dupont, using lessons learned from his father. Here he comes back for the race lead. 2 to go. The 57 will punch the time clock. He'll send it to work into 1. Off of 2, he'll go to the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Austin Dupont to the race lead. And then Ania Treweek going to battle back. He says, this youngster just went to the tail, and he spun it in 3 and 4. Tommy did. And off of 4, the 57 of Dupont to the white flag. Nearly an entire straightaway. We just brush him up on his interviews here in a minute. I think he's got the driving part pretty down pat. Final time through turns 3 and 4. Faced some adversity in this one tonight. He comes from the tail in a late race restart. And Austin Dupont will win the night at Boothill. That was... I think that was as much...
Oh, I'm shaking.
Final race of the night. Thanks to Scott Burson for reminding me that. But that's why we run and hang out till the final whistle, because we just saw this young man come from the tail. For what it was worth, for how many cars were left on the track, he said he was not be denied tonight. Give it up, everyone left in the house, for Austin Dupont in car number 57. Austin, that was your most impressive run to date, young man. I mean, what were you thinking when the car spun it right there in front of you? Did you just stall the car out, or what happened over there?
I just tried to stop so I wouldn't hit him because I didn't want to take anybody out.
I understand that. Man, you restarted the tail. What were you thinking to yourself behind the wheel? You're going to get back up here and win this race?
I was going to try to come to the front clean and not tear anything up.
You kind of surprised? It wasn't easy, but you surprised at how quickly you got back up there.
Yeah, I didn't think I could do it.
It was pretty impressive, young man. You got your family worrying over here, man.
Yeah.
Man, it's got to be a lot of fun, though. Was that a lot of fun or what?
Oh, yeah, that was about the funnest race I've ever done.
I don't want to say that I can't push the progression for you, man, but as fast as you and 34 were rolling through here earlier, I don't know, man, you two cats might be ready to move up whenever y'all about ready.
Yeah, I hope it's pretty soon.
Whenever you're ready, man. Or no, whenever your parents are ready. I'm going to say whenever. Hey, you're looking good, though, man. Congratulations on a win tonight. Anybody you want to thank?
My mom and dad, Louisiana Public Service, and everybody that helps me.
Congratulations, man. Enjoy watching you.
Thank you.
Austin Dupont scores it tonight at Boothill, the final race of the night. For all the diehards that are still here,